Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Last of Eden's Vices, a Vampire the Masquerade game by Goblets and Gays. In just a moment, I will introduce our kindred, but first, a word about safety. Vampire the Masquerade is a game of personal horror. As such, we might touch on sensitive topics. The cast and I have completed a session 0. I have their lines and veils. In chat, you will see a list of content warnings for this session. If you're listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube, those will be in the episode descriptions. Now, let us move on to our kindred. They will go around and introduce themselves, telling you who they are and who they're playing. Aki, if you want to start us off.
Hi, my name is Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and tonight I will be playing Faline, who also uses she, her pronouns. And she is our Banu Hakim.
Hello, I am Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Nora Wilmore, who uses she, they pronouns and is a caitiff.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Lupe Cruz, who uses she, her pronouns, and is our chaotic bruja.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jay or Nala. I go by both. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I am playing our lovely Malkavian art school dropout, whose name is Eirlin Shu, and Z uses Zim Zir pronouns.
Yeah. And last session, the kindred met a benefactor in the Tremere Primogen who asked them to pick someone up from a train station. Simple job. Didn't end up being so simple when they ran into a bit of a problem with the Society of Leopold, but they met the Nyan, a salubri from New York, brought them back to Felix, and got some boons in it. And we may figure out some more of what those boons are soon. But for now, everything ended last session with a text message to the coterie. I think it was Sylvie and Sylvie, Lupe, and Faline who got the text because everyone else's phones were dead. But it was from the sheriff of the domain asking you to meet her at your haven as soon as possible. That something had happened. There was something she needed to talk to you about. And Eirlin, you were walking away?
Yes, I was walking away.
Yeah. And you get to a point in the hallway where you have to make a turn. And as you turn this corner, you suddenly find yourself in a. You don't think you're in the art studio anymore. You are surrounded by these. Best way to describe it, they appear to be large metal trees. And they're sort of spaced very evenly. And somewhere ahead of you, you can hear a noise. It is sort of like a beak tapping against metal or glass, and the sound of a bird eating.
Ugh. I've never had to think before what birds sound like when they eat anything. I think Eirlin is very used to having these kinds of visions. And I think the first thing that Z does is try to figure out exactly how real is this. And I think the way that Eirlin tries to distinguish that is Z will go try to interact with something that Z's seeing. So I think Z's going to reach out and try to touch one of these trees.
Yeah. As you do, and you reach out and touch the tree, there is where possibly branches and things like that should be. It looks like there are the best way to describe it is almost nerve endings connecting all of these trees, these fibers that go from tree to tree.
What the fuck? I think Eirlin just says that to himself. So when I touch it, does it feel real to me?
Feels warm.
That's strange. I think Eirlin's gonna just call out and say, hello?
And you hear a noise that sounds almost like a squawk.
Hello? And I want to keep walking like towards the sound.
Yeah, and as you do, it's a few rows down, and you turn and you see this massive blackbird. And I'm saying massive, this bird is like 7 feet tall. And several of these metal trees are knocked over. And you can hear the noises this bird has been pulling out these interior components and these wires that look like nerve endings all sort of just hang from its beak.
Eirlin's gonna stand there and just observe and see what this bird does, or if it addresses them, because sometimes Z has dreams where different animals will try to communicate with them. So Eirlin's waiting.
And as that happens, the bird will see you, and its head will tilt. Like
my head tilts.
And for a moment, you watch as these sort of nerve endings and wires fall from its beak. And then somewhere behind you, you hear knock, knock, knock. And you hear knock, 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 knock.
Who's there?
The pattern repeats again.
And it's coming from behind me?
Yes.
I turn around.
You find yourself facing a large metal door. It itself could look like it's something from a vault. It certainly looks to be concealed or, secure. The room itself is bathed in red light, and there is what looks to be a plaque next to the door.
What's the plaque say?
The plaque says Project Apollo.
Okay. Does that ring a bell? Do I know what that is?
I don't believe so. You've never heard of it before.
I'm gonna try and open the door because someone's knocking on it.
And as you do, you open this door, grab it, pull it open. What you see inside is just an art studio.
My art studio, or just a generic one?
Just a generic art studio. And you no longer hear the knocking, and you no longer hear the sound of the bird.
Is there anything that stands out to me in this art studio, like details or whatever this artist is working on, piece-wise, or?
Give me actually we'll do a wits awareness roll.
Okay. That's 6 dice, and I'm at 2 hunger, so 4 dice, 2 hunger dice. That one's cocked. 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. This room appears to be someone is working on a massive portrait. And it appears to be, you've met the person this portrait is of before. It is of the prince of the domain.
Okay, fear.
Yeah. Magdalena Lambert. Yeah, you recognize her instantly.
Is it a good portrait?
Yeah, it's a very good portrait. Whoever's working on this is a very good artist.
Okay, cool. um I'm gonna like step inside and just look around again because I think Eirlin also knows that sometimes when Z has these visions that it's almost like you're in a video game and all the assets haven't loaded in correctly. So sometimes there's stuff that's off, and Eirlin also uses that to determine if something is a vision or not because Eirlin lucid dreams a lot and is able to take control of their dreams by looking for all of these signs and using them to determine whether or not this is a figment of their imagination or not.
Yeah. It really, there's some art supplies in here. There are a couple of blank canvases. The only one you see in here is the portrait of the prince.
Okay, I take note of that and I turn back around to where it came from.
Yeah, you see the hallway of Gallery Noir.
And I don't see the trees or the bird.
Nope.
Okay. Do I get any sort of like gut feelings from this vision?
Let's see, give me a resolve aspects roll
Yeah,
to see
I would
what
like to
you
interpret.
see what you can pull from that.
Aspects. Oh yes, I do have aspects. Do I get my additional die for using a discipline power, or is this just a general aspect? Actually, I'm not using a discipline power, am I?
Technically, yeah, I did give you the premonition before I made you do the roll.
That's true.
Let's just sort of see what you can sort of pull from it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. The pieces is maybe the metal trees were machinery of some kind, computers possibly. Server towers kind of appear to be metal trees. And guess it probably wasn't too much of a coincidence that you opened up a door to an art studio with a portrait of the prince.
I think Eirlin's like, fuck, like duty calls and just lets out like the longest, heaviest audible sigh just in this threshold. And I close the door gently to this art studio. Is there a name outside the art studio of who this belongs to? Because sometimes they do that.
No.
Okay. And Eirlin will turn back around, and I will try to go back to where the rest of the coterie was. Because actually, me, Jay, the player, forgot how we got here in the first place.
It's been a bit since we recorded.
To deliver, because I have my notes here. We walked into the gallery. Is that where we're? Oh, we were meeting the person who hired us in that gallery.
Yep. You brought back the Nyan.
The person back. Yes.
Yeah.
Felix.
Your coterie is at the end of the hall. Like they were all still near Felix's office. You had walked down the hall, turned the corner, had the vision. And so they're still wrapping up things, and the vision itself took less than a minute.
Amazing. Eirlin's gonna just walk back to everyone, and I'm trying to act as normal as possible. But I think you can all see that at the very least, I seem very anxious. I think Eirlin does this thing when they're nervous, when I'm repeatedly getting up onto my tippy toes and then putting my heels back down on the floor. And so I'm just kind of like rocking back and forth like that. Hands are probably just like clasped together. I'm probably rubbing one of the many rings that I'm wearing between my fingers like a worry stone.
Oh, glad you came back.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I'm gonna if I'm gonna be honest with you, the sheriff makes me a little nervous. So yeah.
It would be worse if you didn't listen to them. Unfortunately, I know.
I look off. I don't look at you.
I think I'll join. Like I'm walking behind.
Hmm.
Not really close. We're just in the same direction at this point. And I'll just go. Eirlin,
Yes.
how old are you?
What? Like, like my real age, or like the age that I'm supposed to be?
How long have you been like this?
Not very long. I don't know. I'm not keeping track.
That explains honestly everything.
What does that mean?
You're new. You're young. It makes sense that you're scared of everything.
I'm not scared of everything. I'm not.
It makes sense that you act the way that you do right now.
This seems condescending, but I don't. I'm having a hard time parsing out your tone.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to be condescending. I just talk like this. The longer that you're here, the more you'll get used to things. And you're basically going to realize that you're stuck in an immortal bureaucracy, and it just doesn't actually ever get better. But you can get better. And
Great.
that's the fun part.
I think you and I have very different ideas of what fun is. Fun for me would be not being here, but
Fun for everyone would not be being here. But when you're stuck, and you need to learn to make the best out of a bad situation.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like when you get a really shitty drink and you're too nervous to go and tell the people who made the drink that it's shitty. So you just suck it up and drink it anyway, or leave it alone at the table and leave.
I can't say I've ever had that exact experience, but I think I know what you're getting at.
I'm trying real hard to be relatable.
Okay.
Well, you're driving, I'm assuming. We better go.
Yes. And Eirlin just kind of sighs. Like, fate has been sealed. Like, there's no way I'm getting out of this. And I will gesture to the four of y'all. And I think as we're walking out, Eirlin's saying something about like, oh, it'll be a tight squeeze because my car only seats 5. So we're gonna have to squeeze in there.
Mm-hmm. And as you leave, there's actually a very fancy car outside, and there is a woman with sort of this blue faux hawk that gets out, and Sylvie instantly recognizes her, and they share some quiet words, and Sylvie lets you all know that she unfortunately has something she has to do for her sire, and will not be able to join you. So,
Is her sire recognizable?
yeah, her sire is rather recognizable. Her sire is the Toreador Harpy, Lana Zhao.
And that's the person with the blue hawk.
Yes.
Aubrey, question.
Yeah.
Is the car I stole still here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get that one.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
Cool. Just make sure, like, I guess it is super late. They wouldn't, like, the tow truck wouldn't be coming around for at least a couple more hours. So,
Yeah, it's probably about 3:30 in the morning.
oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll have to hotwire it again.
As we wait for sort of everything to resolve with Sylvie, Nora is going to just sort of brush past Eirlin, and quiet enough that only Z can hear, even with whatever augmented senses that folks might have. Nora will just say, "You don't have to be stuck in it," and then slide into the car.
Eirlin blue screens for like a second. And just like, 1,000-yard stares and processes that and then slides into the driver's seat. And I turn my car on and there's a shot of the back of my car driving away with all of the fucking bumper stickers on there.
I sit in the back because I like the back seat.
He's got shotgun.
Yeah,
now there's only
Nora,
4 of us total.
Nora also went into the back, and I believe Lupe went in her own car, so you're just like taxi driving us.
Oh, okay. Incredible.
The chauffeur experience.
Yeah. As soon as I turn the car on too, I like yank the volume down because I think the sound was still up from the drive here.
Yeah, your radio works now, though. So
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
it's been enough time.
Guys, because I think when the radio went out, Eirlin was turning it all the way up to see if it was still working.
It's that like blast of sound. You're like,
yeah, like you mute it so quickly. But yeah, so we drive to where were we summoned? Elysium or
your
our
haven. Yeah,
right, our
the frat
haven.
house.
The frat house.
So after a brief ride across the city, you pull up in front of the frat house. There is already another car here. You see a very nice muscle car from probably the mid-90s or so. And sort of sitting on the hood is the sheriff, Veronica. She's on the taller side. She's probably like 6'1" or so. Work boots, ripped up jeans, sort of just a plain black t-shirt. And we'll just also mention the broadsword that she has strapped to her back. Because as a sheriff, she has to have a sword.
Damn, this is a college campus.
It's 3 a.m.
They fit right in, though. Let's be real.
And looks up at all of you as you park and get out. And sort of gets up from where she was sitting on the car, and gestures for you, inside. Doesn't say much else, in a hand just holding what looks to be a folder of some kind.
Deep concern. We lock our door, right? So someone's got to unlock the front door. Okay. Eirlin goes to unlock the front door and is very aware of this very tall woman standing over me as I do that. And it's like that awkward thing you see in like the horror movies where they're trying to unlock the door and it's like it's just not going. And so like the keys like going around, and because Eirlin is trying to hide it, but is shaking a little bit. And I get the door open, and I will pull it open and hold the door for everyone to walk through, and I will walk through last.
yeah, because she's the only one who stays here on a regular basis, I think Nora will sort of lead everyone into the what is now a sitting room, what I'm sure used to be something else in this fraternity, but has now been sort of configured into a nice little sitting room.
Mhm.
Yeah, I go in. I know the place.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
I will say Lupe did park their car about like 2 blocks away in the red before they met with everyone there. But yeah, they'll follow suit as well.
Yeah. So you do that, you all head into the sitting room, and there's a coffee table of some kind. And Veronica looks around, just kind of like, are we about to be overheard by mortal ears? No, it doesn't look like. Cool. And turns to all of you and puts the folder down on the coffee table and says, over the last 2 weeks, there have been 3 bodies found in your domain. The last one was last night, actually. And we'll flip open the folder, and there are a bunch of what look to be photos and quite possibly coroner reports. It is 3 bodies drained of blood.
Now, as a point of clarification, Aubrey, how big is our domain?
Your domain is about 3 blocks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
And you would also know, because it is your domain, so any other kindred that are in your domain have to present themselves to you. You're aware that there are 2 ghouls and a thin blood in your domain. You've met all of them.
Do we know any of these bodies or the people who died?
Give me we'll do either a intelligence investigation or a wits awareness. And Veronica continues, but the weird thing is about all of these bodies, and we'll point to something on the photos. It does appear that their necks were chewed open. And then you can see it on the thing where it looks like somebody has just bitten into it and then like ripped like the flesh out, and 4 successes. You can tell that you recognize one of them as somebody who would occasionally come around your shop, but they all seem to be college students, college boys.
All boys, specifically?
All boys.
Hmm.
Well, they're not killing people, they're killing boys. This is fine.
And Veronica says, we've, for the most part, managed to keep any of this from hitting any kind of news or anything. Most people think these people just moved out. But 3rd body. It's not my choice, but the princess set an ultimatum. You're to find whoever has done this, and deliver to them to Elysium on Halloween in 2 days.
2 days?
Yes.
Eirlin made a sound as if he was going to say something and then decided not to, and now is quiet and is making themselves busy by just looking at all these reports and committing it all to memory, because Eirlin has an almost photographic memory, so if I read something, I will remember it. So I'm just reading everything.
So you say deliver, so I'm assuming alive. In what state?
deliver them or proof that they have met final death. Ideally, you bring the person before the prince for judgment.
Ideally, yes. Just want to cover our grounds just in case things go a little messy. Is there anything besides boys, anything else that is peculiar?
Well, they were all at frat parties. The past couple of weeks, they all seem to be college students. And you can see the wounds on the neck.
They all members of a certain fraternity, or
All different fraternities, from what we can tell. One of them was just someone at a party. Luckily, first two were caught by ghouls. They found the bodies and were able to call them in before, So, been able to keep this out of the public eye, which we want it to stay out of the public eye.
Excuse me. Which ghouls found them?
We have, it was a couple of ghouls. It's the two ghouls that were in your domain. You have Robert and Sam. They were both people that are just they're just pledging frats. They work for other various kindred in the domain.
Oh, whoever the fuck is doing this is keeping a close eye on the campus. Is there any... I assume there's like a college. Do people still use Facebook?
No.
Don't look at me.
Well, it means, well, some people still do, but it's usually for like specific niche groups.
And old people.
Yeah, definitely older people, but
Like fraternities?
I don't know. I think we kind of just use like Snapchat and
Instagram.
yeah. I'm sure these frats do have Facebook pages, though. I would be surprised if they didn't.
God, I still have a Facebook page. Doesn't mean I use it.
Yeah, I know. Well, like, I still use Facebook when I first started college because even though, like, people my age don't really use Facebook, we kind of had to because all the infrastructure for college-related events is all on Facebook. And it's kind of like you join the Facebook group and then you move to a different platform, like Discord or whatever, but, like, Facebook still gets used, if that makes sense.
Did the boys have anything else in common? Like doing sports? Or maybe they're all blonde?
I look at the pictures. Are they all blonde? Are there any visual similarities between them, Aubrey?
And you got 4 successes, right?
Yes.
All right. Trying to think of the best way to word this. And Nora, you also got 4 successes. Did anyone else roll?
I forgot what we were supposed to roll. So
it's either a wits awareness or intelligence investigation.
Can I roll now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry, if you have hunger, do you put that under difficulty?
No, that should already be
Okay.
considered.
2 successes. I'm sorry, 1 is a crit. So,
2.
like, what is that?
Crits only count if you have
2, both of them are crits. My
crit?
bad.
So then
Yeah. Sorry, I have
4
to.
successes.
I have to hold the dice very close for me to see the teardrops.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 4. So 4, 4, 2. Everyone got 4, then Lupe got 2. So the 3 of you all notice is the best way to put this is they're incredibly average. They're not like people you're like, oh, that's a beautiful person. It's just like, that's a guy. Maybe people that probably didn't have great self-esteem.
And you said that I recognized one of them from coming to my shop.
Yeah, you don't remember the name. They only came in a few times, but you remember their face.
I remember the face, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the readings that you kind of did? Because of your
Do I
photographic
remember
memory?
anything else? Because I do have a very good memory.
Would this be a person that you did an actual reading for, or would you do a like tell them what you think they want to hear reading?
I honestly think Eirlin more often than not gives very honest readings, especially because the style of cartomancy that Eirlin does is very client focused and client guided. I think it's very rare that Z would ever lie, especially after being turned and after I have like a supernatural ability to enhance my readings.
Yeah.
So long answer, or the short answer of what I just rambled on about is, yes, this was a legit reading.
You probably did not predict that they were going to die. It was probably like, I don't want to say it's like a basic, but it's kind of the idea of you. This was definitely not in the cards. It was like, maybe you take a chance on that person you meet, kind of thing.
I think Eirlin just says. I think Eirlin shrugs and just says, "One of these guys," and I know his name now. What is his name now?
His name is. We're gonna go with Aaron.
So Eirlin and Aaron. Eirlin says, Aaron, I remember him. He came around to my shop a while ago. Don't remember much about him, actually. He was, very average, Z says, and, Z's looking anywhere but the sheriff, and if I have to look at the sheriff, I'm, like, looking at, like, the sheriff's forehead. Like, I'm not meeting eye contact, looking at her lips, looking at her forehead, staring at a shoulder, just avoiding eye contact. Eirlin's leg, like, knee has been bouncing this whole time. Yeah, Eirlin just kind of like trails off really awkwardly.
Yeah. Well, if you need anything, let me know, but it's not a lot I can do to help you. I've got some information for you. If you figure out who they are, help you bring them in.
So you don't think it was us? Because, like, I mean, I don't think we did this. But, you don't automatically assume it was us? Like, Eirlin seems very, like, incredulous by this. Like, it's like, normally we'd get blamed, I think, as Eirlin's train of thought, so why are you not just blaming us?
Well, I'm not the one that's blaming you, but if it is one of you, you'll figure it out. You're being given a chance to prove your loyalty.
I understand. Thank you. That chance is much appreciated. Thanks.
Any last questions that I can answer?
We appreciate you bringing this
I
to
got-
us and giving
Yeah.
us the chance.
Yes.
Do we have to dress up on Halloween?
It is Elysium. So
I know, but like, is everybody else also going to be dressed up in a costume? Because like, if I come in a costume and we're the only ones there in a costume, and everyone else is just dressed up like they're ready for like a gala, that's. Do you see what I mean?
I
Like,
mean,
what if-
I would not be surprised if there were not people leaning into the occasion.
I'm gonna look at my coterie and just go, "We're not going to Party City."
I wasn't planning on it. Are...
Those still exist?
Yes.
They do, sadly. I got us covered for our Elysium visit.
Well, I look forward to it. See you all at Elysium. As Veronica gives you all a nod and walks out. And as Veronica has left closes the door behind them, I imagine the sitting room is in a way that you can kind of see outside. You watch as Veronica walks back to her car, suddenly not alone. There is somebody who has fallen into step next to Veronica. They sort of appear to materialize out of shadow. And they walk back to the car, they get in, and then they leave.
As soon as Veronica leaves, Eirlin looks at Faline and says, "You don't reckon they ban you from dressing up as a vampire, do you?"
Oh no. I mean, I've seen some people who just never got over their interview with a vampire phase. But I will say, don't come in Twilight garb.
Oh, like the book?
Book, movie, whatever that is. You know, shiny, glittery vampires.
Do I look like someone who would enjoy that?
Well, I don't know. We've known each other for like a week and a half.
Fair. And Eirlin goes to internally go through the thought process of, wow, do I look like someone who might be into Twilight? Like, I'm just like overthinking that right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge if you are. A lot. I'm not gonna judge a lot. I'm gonna judge a little bit. I mean, the first movie was okay. I like the style of how they shot everything.
The blue?
Yeah,
Blue.
just all.
All blue.
It's all blue. It was blue.
It certainly was a choice.
Hmm. And I really like the cringy dialogue. You know, I wouldn't call someone a spider monkey, but you know.
Well, you still have a couple hours left in the night before you need to go to day sleep.
So, Aubrey, 2 questions about
Yes.
the thin blood in our domain.
Yes.
One, do they belong to someone or are they just vibing?
They are just vibing.
Okay. And 2, did we notice if they have regular teeth or do they have little baby thin blood bunny teeth?
They seem to have regular teeth. Yeah.
Okay, Lupe is going to look at Eirlin and just. Do you know how to look up if there's like more frat parties going on before Halloween?
Yeah. There's this thing called Yik Yak. It's an app.
They're just,
Eirlin
like,
pulls out
blinking
their
at you.
phone.
Lupe's just like blinking, like, I trust anything you say regarding into this matter.
Eirlin pulls out your phone, and goes on Yik Yak.
Mhm.
Which for the people who might not know what Yik Yak is, it is a social media where you can post stuff and it's all anonymous, but it's set to your locations, and it's used on college campuses, for people to just talk about whatever, and you can like upvote or downvote things, and the more upvotes you get, the higher it appears on the feed. Blah 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 blah. And that is in fact a way to find out about parties.
Yeah. You're gonna
God.
see if any of the fraternities are having a party.
Yeah, and Eirlin will actually make a post, and will type something that is maybe a little cringe, but seems normal enough
Mhm.
for the teens these days. TM. And Eirlin makes a post asking basically if there's any parties happening tonight, and then has to add something like, I'm trying to get cronked tonight or whatever. Like,
Mm.
and like it's very clear Eirlin is not a partier. By the way that Z makes this post.
Mm. Most of the parties for tonight will have winded down, but you could definitely figure out maybe tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Like, I'm making a post
tomorrow
for
night,
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, when people wake up, we'll see if you get any answers.
Amazing. And then Eirlin's also going to check the Facebook
Mm.
groups, because I think Eirlin's still in at least like the RISD, like a bunch of RISD Facebook groups, and a couple stuff from Brown, but like again, never was really in with the people who party. So I think it's a bit harder for Zim to find this kind of information. And then Eirlin's plan C is to contact some of their regular clients who are into the party scene to ask them.
Yeah. If for like the trolling through Facebook, give me a wit technology roll.
Wow. Roll to use Facebook.
You know what's fair? That website's atrocious.
Yeah.
Could I? So, I have a dot in technology, but
Yeah.
can I get like an extra die or something? Just because I was born in whatever year is normal for me to have grown up with social media.
Sure.
Yay! Thanks. Oof. Oh, actually, that's not that bad. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
3 successes. There is a post about the Zeta Beta Tau Halloween party tomorrow.
Zeta, Beta, Tau.
Yep.
Halloween party.
It's the
Amazing.
Rager of the Fall.
It's Halloween, let's go, baby!
Yeah.
Does it have
yeah.
a non-racist theme?
Yeah, is the theme racist or is it not racist?
The theme's
Uh,
gotta be racist. Like a little bit.
I was just gonna go with
What the fuck, Paul?
Greek.
Greek.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a toga party. It's a toga party?
It's a toga party.
Okay, it's a toga party.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they will find a way to make it racist.
That's
Don't worry.
fair.
They will find a way. And I think like 5 minutes later, after we've all just been sitting here, Eirlin goes, actually Eirlin says way too loudly for considering how quiet it was in here. Eirlin goes, aha! Found one. Sorry. The Zeta Beta Tau folks are having a Halloween Rager tomorrow night, so that's the next big one anyway.
I haven't been around drum college students for like 9 years. Okay. You said that these kids look just incredibly, just like fucking kids.
They're all
Just-
incredibly average-looking people.
Mhm.
Should we just go there and find the people talking to the cats?
We could try and do like a bait.
With
I
the
mean,
cats?
I feel like we should talk to the ghouls, Robert, Sam, and the thin blood that lives here first.
I mean, the ghouls found two of
They
the
found the
bodies.
bodies.
They should have more information.
Yeah, you could easily talk to probably one of the three before you have to worry about it if you wanted to talk to the ghouls or the thin blood.
I think
I
the
think-
ghouls make more sense because they're the ones who actually found the body. And I rather not start blaming vampires in our domain. I don't want to start off that strong, you know? Want to build some trust with them. And I mean, if it is actually the thin blood, then it's like, oh, gotcha. But like, you know, that's a whole other thing. I just don't
Mhm.
want to, you know, approach him like that.
Mhm. Yeah. You know that one of them is at one of the frat houses that's literally just a couple of doors down. You know, a lot of the places, like, yeah, it's like almost 4 a.m, but like most of these places like still kind of have lights on.
What time? I have a curfew.
Yeah, usually you just gotta be back about an hour before sunrise.
If it's 4,
Yeah, you've probably got about an
it's
hour.
4. It's fall, so like
Mhm.
yeah, at least another hour. Yeah, I'm gonna look at my phone and just be like, okay, we gotta make this quick because I have a curfew, so I gotta go back like in an hour.
You have a curfew?
I do.
Why?
My sire is very overprotective.
I guess we do have something in common.
One day I'll tell you about him. One day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go talk to those people, or maybe we could try to get them to come here.
You could probably get them to come here.
We could summon them. Yeah, this is our domain.
Would
Oh,
you-
let's summon them. I wanna. Okay, I'm sorry. I said
What?
it out loud, and I wanna flex that now.
Okay, then go ahead, summon them.
I summon them.
Yeah, they being ghouls have ShrekNet phones. It's kind of there's kind of an online database of who has phones and their numbers. So it takes a few minutes, but yeah, you can find their phones and send them a message. And yeah, both of them will one will arrive. We'll say Sam arrives first. Knocks on the door, and Sam is just this guy. He looks like a stereotypical stoner. He's got like the long, messy hair, who's kind of wearing pajamas because it is like 4 a.m. And summoning is generally like, I see you as soon as possible. You aren't his domitor, but he's still this is a ghoul. You don't want to keep vampires waiting. And he knocks on the door.
Oh, look at you. You've arrived fast. Get in.
Yeah, I'm just a couple thirsts out. I was awake anyways, so.
Mm-hmm. We just have some questions to ask. I'm saying this as like letting him in, closing the door, ominously locking the door, but also I have to lock the door. It's just like it would be so ill-timed, you know?
Thank you for coming, locks door.
Have a seat.
Nora, the kitchen, I think, of the frat is largely empty for good
Mhm.
reason, but Nora has pulled out like a bowl and filled it with popcorn and sort of gestures to it.
We
Like,
have a
yes.
bag of we have a bunch of non-perishable food
Exactly.
for these humans. I feel like we'd have a lot of tea though, because tea works almost all the time. I just don't know if
You want to make
do
tea for him?
stoners I mean, yes, I do. The Asian in me really wants to, but like, also, I'm just thinking, do starters drink tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Cottonmouth.
CBD tea?
They'll just drink tea. They get cottonmouth, you know.
Yeah.
I bet we also got a bunch of like freezer stuff, so because again non-perishable, so there's
Mhm.
probably hot pockets in there. We could do
Pizza,
as an
pizza
offering.
rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
pizza
popcorn
rolls
and
and
tea.
green
Let's
tea.
just yeah, popcorn and like green tea. That's what we got.
Mm,
That's what we
yep,
got. We got
yep.
it.
Yeah, so it takes a seat on like the couch and just being like, I mean, I could probably you the one with bodies, yes.
Yeah. Which one did you find?
I don't know the name. It was the one tonight.
Do you? Oh, you just said you didn't know the name, so I'm assuming you just never seen the person before. No.
No, I've never seen this. I've never
Mm.
seen the dude before.
Mhm.
Like, wasn't rushing. Wasn't ready. Wasn't rushing Delta Zelta. So, or
What
Delta
state?
Zeta.
I mean, besides dead, what state did you find him?
Well, I was I had been drinking a lot that night tonight, and I was headed upstairs to find the bathroom. And I opened the door, and he was just in the tub,
Dead in the tub,
dead in the tub.
fully clothed,
Wasn't wearing a shirt.
wasn't wearing a shirt.
Was there water in the tub?
No.
Where was all the blood? Was all the blood in the tub, or was there blood outside the tub?
I mean, there was like some blood around the neck and stuff, but there really wasn't a lot of blood.
No signs of a struggle.
Nah, dude looked like he died happy.
Mm.
And the pants were on.
Yes.
Okay.
I give Eirlin a nod. Like, that is exactly what I was asking. I was going to ask next. Like, I did ask if they were clothed, but like, I was still going to clarify.
I do have lie detector, which I would like
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
activate just to tell if like he's lying at any point in this conversation.
Does that require a roll?
So it is when activated, add aspects to any insight checks to determine if they're being lied to.
Yeah. If anybody wants to make an insight roll, which would be wits awareness.
Can I do something else?
Or wits insight, actually. Yeah. What would you?
Can I use my scry the soul?
Sure. Yeah.
And that's a rouse check, so let me make that. That
Bada
is a
bye, Lupe.
success.
Lupe's in here with her mask on, 40 ghouls.
Mhm.
Just to
Fucking-
maybe intimidate them.
I'm happy too.
So 4 successes, 8 successes. You're both sure that this guy is not lying. Like he knows that like should not lie in this point, and his geometer hasn't told him to lie about anything. So he sees no reason why to lie to you right now and tell you everything he knows. And what was your roll for Scry the Soul? I think it's probably like you 3
9.
successes,
9.
9 successes.
9.
Ask like 4 questions from the list.
Oh, there's a list. Hold on, let me get my book.
I'm looking at it right now, and then honestly, like with 9 successes, like if there was something like specific that you were looking for, yeah, you can learn it.
Oh
You'll
my
learn a
gosh.
lot about this guy. Like the emotional state of the subject. He's scared. Like he's
Scared of us or scared in general?
scared of you.
Okay.
Of all of you, you just got called into to a house with vampires, and like, yeah, he knows you exist. He's a ghoul, but like, it's like, I
That bitch got a
swear I
mask
didn't do
on.
anything. Yeah. Whether the subject is a werewolf, vampire, or ghoul, or supernatural being, he's a ghoul. Subject is under the influence of blood. Not really. Like he's fed recently from his dometer, but nothing, no influence. He's certainly not committed diablerie, and And if there's a specific question you want to ask, go for it. With that many successes, I'm willing to answer a specific question.
I think what Eirlin wants to know, as I am scrying the soul, and watching as the colored aura begins to glow off of his form, and I'm like studying these like sort of ever shifting lights. I think what Eirlin asks, or is generally just trying to find out vibe-wise, is if, like, in the moment that this body was found, what was Sam's reaction? Like, what was Sam feeling in that moment? Did Sam have any gut feelings as to, like, who might have done this? Did Sam know at the time, and I think Eirlin actually would ask this second question out loud, but, like, did Sam know at the time that 2 other bodies had been found? Because we were told all of the bodies were found by these 2 ghouls, and assuming these ghouls talk to each other, like, perhaps they were like, yo, I found a body yesterday. Like, I don't know if it was as nonchalant as that, but, like, I found a body yesterday, had to call it in. Like, because this was the 3rd body, I think Eirlin's trying to get a sense of, like, what went through Sam's mind, like, in that moment.
Yeah. It was surprise, and, like, honestly, it was immediate, just like, shit, I have to lock this bathroom and I have to call someone. Because being a ghoul, you know, yet again, it's like finding bodies is unexpected, but he has been doing this enough that he has seen his fair share of bodies. Working for his dometer. He's working for his dometer for several years at this point, and occasionally has to clean up bodies. So it was less of I have to make sure nobody else sees this. And there was like a wonder of if he's run into this person, because it's like, oh, the other person found the first 2 bodies, and yet he knew that bodies had been found, and it was just like, initially they were like, you know, fuck, you know, maybe the Thin Blood didn't like clean up after themselves, you know. One is weird, 2 is like a little bit more weird, 3 is a pattern.
So do I get the sense that Sam thinks that Aaron's the guy who died. What's the Thin Blood's name?
The Thin Blood's name is Dakota.
Dakota, okay. So I get the sense that Sam thinks that Dakota did it.
Yeah, that was that's kind of his knee-jerk reaction of like, it must, like, it's not me. I don't know of any other vampires in the domain, like, you know, and it certainly doesn't think it's any of you, because he hasn't really met any of you before. He probably has met the Thin Blood several times.
Makes sense. Okay. I think kind of weirdly, after gathering all this information, mostly silently, Eirlin just goes, thank you, to him.
Yeah, it's like a bit of okay.
And then Eirlin will turn to the rest of y'all and just says, I think we should talk to Dakota. I mean, I don't know, but we need to rule Dakota out. Because right now Dakota is a obvious suspect, but whoever's doing this, probably, like, assuming it isn't Dakota, knows that Dakota's here and could be trying to make it look like Dakota did. So we just need to rule out that Dakota didn't do this so we can keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
If we take you, there were coroner's reports, you said, right, Aubrey, about the bodies, or did I make that up?
Yes.
There was a coroner's report for the first one.
Okay, so to Faline, Nora will say, if we take you to the bodies, would you be able to tell anything about them? And sort of does a little.
Yeah, the
magical
bodies
finger
are
wave.
they're not with the coroner anymore. The first 2 have been disposed of. The one tonight they still have, like, it is sort of It has been given to someone in the domain to dispose of soon. It has not been disposed of yet. The first two have been.
I mean, probably. But we have to go fast.
Eirlin looks at Sam again. Has Sam eaten any of the popcorn or had any tea?
Yeah, Sam has. Like, eventually it was like, it was kind of just like, "Yeah, looks really good." And then just kind of like started like eating some of the popcorn. It was like,
To be
"Thanks for the
polite?
tea."
Is it
Yeah.
specifically to be polite? Oh, that's so funny.
No, I think it's more of like, probably had the munchies, and now
okay, okay.
it's like, oh, there's food right there. I'm so hungry.
It was
Yeah, okay.
there for him anyways, you know what I mean? We
can't
literally
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I swear to God, we'd be like, you can take it, just return the bowl in the morning. Like at this point, like, what are we gonna do with it?
Yeah, I think Eirlin does the very like middle-aged dad thing of like slapping the thighs to signify like, all right, it's time to go. And Eirlin stands up and he says, okay, Sam, we will contact you if we need anything else from you, but I don't know about y'all. Eirlin looks at the three of you. I don't know about y'all, but I think I've gotten all the information that I need right now from him.
I'm good to go.
Okay, thanks. I look at Sam and I just kind of like
No, literally. If there's still popcorn, I'll just be like, just take the bowl and just return it sometime tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll drop it by like tomorrow evening or something when I'm coming back from class.
Yeah, exactly. You can just leave it outside. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Good job.
try to get some rest.
You did great.
Just like walking down the street with a bowl of popcorn.
We could have probably used him, but as like some sort of like bait.
Why?
Well, if they're looking for an average guy, all we need is bait, and obviously I'm not saying we're gonna get him killed. We'd be in the area.
That's
go
not
to
a
the
bad idea, but let's shelve that. That can be like plan C.
I was hoping we would use like one of us, but none of us are average looking.
Nora categorically is average looking.
No,
Nora
you're
has one
not.
charisma.
Well, you don't dress
Wow,
average.
I have more charisma than you.
Charisma can be intimidation.
Eirlin looks to Faline and he says, "So, we should talk to Dakota. I mean, what are you thinking? Because, I kind of said my train of thought. Like, we need to rule out that it's not Dakota so we can move on. I'd be surprised if Dakota was the one who did this, because, I mean, that's incredibly sloppy. If you're gonna, gnaw somebody's throat open, and you're the only thin blood in it. I mean, like, do you see how obvious that is? Like, that's really obvious. So...
I mean, we can do that. If you want me to taste the body before the coroner's done with it, that would be, in my opinion, something to do first, because
Taste the body?
taste the blood, taste the body.
Well, the bodies were drained of blood.
If there's anything excess left, I can do that. I can lick dry blood, you know. We don't
And
wash
What do you get from that?
information.
Oh. Okay.
It's blood sorcery.
I see. I obviously don't. I can't do that.
I would be surprised if you could.
Thanks, I guess.
Makes you feel better. I can't do it either.
I will say you can call to get the body, but you probably won't get it until like tomorrow evening, because there's so little time left in the night and it's already been shipped off.
Then let's, I guess, like we can just call them on our drive to Dakota then.
And Dakota's only a couple of blocks away, so
Mm-hmm.
because since Dakota's in the domain, like you've got pretty much this like little square of like 3 blocks.
Are we walking?
Yeah, let's walk.
Okay, so we're walking, and Eirlin looks to Faline. Do you want to call
Call Dakota or call the coroner?
the coroner?
I'll call the coroner.
Should I call Dakota? I look at the other two. Or did one of you want to do it?
I think you're probably the softest touch, so I should reach out.
Don't know what that means, but okay. And Eirlin will dial Dakota while Faline dials the coroner.
Yeah. So let's see. So Eirlin, you're like because you're calling on the domain phone, right?
Yeah.
You're called. There's no voicemail system for any of these phones, but it does like eventually hit your like. Not necessarily your call can't be connected, but this person did not pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And for Faline, you know that one of the people who works in the domain and disposes of bodies is a Malkavian by the name of Peter Barlow. Works for the circulatory system, and they always find use for bodies.
Yep. I'm gonna call him up.
Yep. And yeah, you picks up the phone call and just doing like, Peter here. What can I do for you?
Hi there. You have a body of an Eirlin found today from a frat party. We're gonna need it. Though I know it's very, very short notice. But do you think you can keep it on ice or something like that until tomorrow night?
And you kind of hear like this rustling of paper in the background, and it just goes, yeah. Thrown out, dude, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot that we could get from him anyway, so it was we were just kind of chuck it. So
You got any
yeah.
blood on him?
I mean, it's just like a little bit, but like not enough that we can really do much with. Like,
Do you think you can put it like in a vial for me?
I mean, do you just want the blood that we can get out of him?
Can I have the body?
I mean, sure. Why the fuck not?
That'd be great. I can text you an address to deliver the body and the blood to, but do you happen to know anything else since you kind of checked him out fully?
I mean, dude got his neck torn out. Like, really, like, somebody was down on that thing.
Like a really ravenous kiss thing going on?
Like, whoever, like, took a bite, took a chunk out of the neck, and then went back in for another.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Like, they're trying to eat him.
Trying to eat him.
Like, literally.
Literally. Okay, I see. I understand what you're putting down now. Well, that's rough.
I mean, yeah, this guy, it probably was like after the first bite under the effects of the kiss, so, probably didn't really think too much about it. Certainly didn't
like died happy.
Yeah, died happy.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, text me that address and I'll have one of my ghouls drop it by probably in the night tomorrow evening. Just so our schedules.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. And I'm happy that I get to have the body. Text them the address, boop, boop, boop. And then I will just text my uncle where to pick me up in like, I want to say 30 minutes.
Yeah. Was there anything else anyone wanted to do while you were walking over to the sorority? Right. Yeah, you get to the sorority. It's a couple of blocks over. It's one of the few ones where it itself is like kind of one of those like academic sororities where like most of the people here are at least outwardly not interested in partying. They're mostly here as like, oh, this is like kind of a place where I live on campus, or like I want the connections this thing gives me. And it's one of the few ones they're like, it seems like everyone's asleep.
And this is where Dakota's at?
Yeah.
Do we know, like, what room Dakota's in?
Don't know what room.
Cool. As we sort of, like, walk up the steps, Eirlin says, yeah, so Dakota didn't pick up the phone. I tried a couple times on the way over here.
Let's ring the doorbell.
At 4 a.m.?
What are we gonna do? Break and enter?
Okay, if we ring the doorbell, what do we say?
Where's Dakota? We're friends? I don't know. I shouldn't be talking. I still have my mask on.
Quite literally, where's Dakota? We need to speak to them.
Ah, fuck it. And I ring the doorbell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you ring the doorbell and like a light turns on upstairs, and sort of, it's kind of like the window so you can kind of look through. And you see a light turn on, there's a door opens, and like somebody's coming downstairs and like pulling on a shirt and stuff. And you do recognize that I rolled a die. It is Dakota is the one who actually answers. So you're in luck. And
Amazing.
just pulling on a shirt, stuff, and just, like opens the door, sees all of you, and just goes, "Can I help you?"
Hi, I tried calling, but I think your phone was off.
I didn't hear it.
It's okay. I called several times. Doesn't matter. Anyways, do you have a couple minutes? We just want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like as that happens, you hear this like male voice from upstairs go, "Coda, babe, what's up?" And she's just like, "It's fine. I'll be just a second." And like kind of just like steps outside and closes the door behind her, and just being like, yeah, what do you want to know? And you do notice, actually, everybody give me you do notice that she seems to be cold. Like she's like doing thing like, I feel cold. And anything else, give me like either like you can do like an insight check, a wits insight, a intelligence, or a wits awareness.
The intelligence and what?
Or you
Awareness?
can do intelligence investigation.
Intelligence.
Yet again, things that will give you different.
I'm doing that one.
Mhm.
I love Viridian. Viridian loves me.
I got 4 successes with a possible bestial failure.
I got 3 successes with a possible bestial failure.
I got three successes, no bestial failures, just love from my sugar mommy, Viridian.
Mhm. 5. So you did you do wits insight?
I did wits. Yes, wits insight.
Wits insight. Okay. And you did intelligence investigation. Yeah. Okay. So you notice that there are stories of some thin bloods who, if you take a look at them, especially at night, like when they're awake, they do they appear to be very alive. Like under like an actual medical investigation, you would see that they have no pulse or anything like that. You could tell that Dakota's probably one of those, and quite often the stories say that they can eat food. They still have to expel it at the end of the night, but they can eat food and enjoy other pleasures of life. And it definitely seems like her cheeks sort of have that sort of ruddiness as to somebody who has roused the blood. And everyone else is just like, this is a person who is just interrupted in the middle of something. And they're kind of annoyed, but they know who you are and they don't want to cause problems.
So sorry for interrupting your night.
I mean, it was winding down.
I bet it was.
Who's the lucky guy?
Oh my god, Eirlin.
His name is Silas. He's a part of my friend group.
He's mortal?
No.
Do we know a Silas who's a vampire?
You've never met this Silas.
Where are they from?
He's from the city, but he doesn't usually stay in this domain.
And he is one of us?
Yeah, he's he does the
etiquette question. Should he have introduced himself, or is that just for like princes?
if he's spending any amount of passing through a domain, it's totally fine. Spend an hour in a domain, leave, totally fine. But if he's spending any amount of extended time in the domain, he definitely should have introduced himself. I'm not even making a roll for that. That is a major faux pas for the Caprilla.
And he didn't think to introduce himself, or he didn't think to introduce him?
Yeah. You know what? Slipped my mind. Didn't intend for him to stay. I can get him.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him.
Yeah. Dakota, kind of just like, I'll be right back. And we'll
as we wait, I just turned to everyone going like, this is kind of fun.
Eirlin doesn't understand why this is fun.
Yeah. A moment or two later, it just kind of drags him out as he's like pulling on pants. They come downstairs and outside and just seeing like, Silas, this is the people in charge of the domain you're staying in. And Silas is this guy who looks like maybe he was in his mid-20s when he was turned. He's got kind of like, he's got like that. He was turned with eternal stubble, like kind of like is like halfway to a beard, but like it looks decent. It doesn't look like it was.
It's
unintended.
probably better than Eirlin's facial hair, because Eirlin is gonna be forever salty that Z got turned in the midst of their HRT. So Z's got like the shittiest like T-boy swag beard stubble going on. It's like not good. It's not good
Boy
facial hair.
swag. Oh no, baby, I can do blood. I will fix that for you. I swear. Whatever you need, I will. You just let me know now. Oh my god.
And he has like just sort of this short, like curly, dark hair, and he crosses his arms over his chest, being like, "I'm not wearing a shirt. This is slightly awkward." But you do, you see that like he has several. They're a little bit more than tattoos on his like one is on his arm and like one is on his like his chest. If anybody would like to make an intelligence occult.
I would love to.
Me too.
Yeah.
So would I.
That the way you said that is incredibly sus. Any chance any of these tattoos have anything to do with tarot? Because then I get an extra dice.
No.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Do any of these look like gang tattoos?
No, they do not.
Okay, then I'm not rolling.
2 crits, so that's 4, 5 successes.
For Nora.
Fine. 3 successes and 5. Yeah.
2.
It is one of them. The one on his. They're both blood sorcery. One of them does appear to be kind of a recipe for one, and the other appears to be sort of like a defensive sigil.
But the blood sorcery.
Yeah, it's blood sorcery. He has blood sorcery tattooed on his body.
Oh, those are interesting. And point to his tattoos.
Yeah, I Tremere.
Would make sense.
Yeah, yeah. And
Uh,
Faline specifically, I will give you a give me a wits etiquette.
I have Kindred. No, I have Camarilla, my bad.
You can add
For
Camarilla,
etiquette,
yeah.
'cause I can add it? Okay, dope. One
Mhm.
second. So you said wits, etiquette, Cammy. Let's go. Three successes.
3 successes. You remember hearing something about someone named Silas, but you don't remember what.
Your name's so familiar.
Yeah, probably is. I been here for a while.
Doing.
I was part of the Chantry for a while. I left a little while ago.
I see.
Just wasn't for me in organized structures like that. But yeah, I next time I'm here for an extended period of time, I will let you know. Is there anything else I can help you with? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Eirlin just says, I just, sorry to bother you, this late at night, although I suppose you are very much awake, because you are one of us. Anyway, were you with, Dakota all night tonight?
Yeah, we were actually with the rest of our coterie tonight.
And who is that?
We operate out of that new club that opened on campus, the Echo.
Mhm.
We have our Strates, Dragoman, and Cameron Summerhill. Those are the other members of our coterie.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
Because that sounds like an alibi. What do I roll for insight again?
Wits Insight.
Wits
Can I
and
also roll insight?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm so glad Eirlin is an empath.
Jesus.
Please, no, I don't want to be attacked by my favorite soy milk beverage when you say this shit.
Here. 5.
5. Yeah, they're feeling a little awkward and called out, and they're like, shit, fuck, but they're not lying. They're not lying.
Mm-hmm. And how, this is a above table question. How far away, do I know what this club is, and how far away is it from the place the body was found?
The Echo is, it is still on the Brown campus. It is a relatively new sort of like nightclub that has opened up over the course of the summer, actually. And it's far enough away that it's on foot. It's probably close to an hour.
Okay.
Through car it'd be a lot faster, but it is. They're both not lying about being with their coterie tonight.
And Eirlin says, Eirlin looks at Dakota and says, yeah, so you were together the whole night tonight. Neither one of you left.
I mean, we met up at the club at around like 9 o'clock.
Do you think you can provide like a screenshot of a text message or like even a picture of you and your coterie?
Well,
This is for later.
I don't really. Airstradies doesn't really do technology. I have a TikTok we filmed tonight.
That's
That is
perfect.
perfect.
Okay, yeah. Gonna get my phone. I'm gonna go right back.
You can just give us your at.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And Dakota gives you an at that's it's a plant-based pun because she's a botany student.
Hmm.
And you can pull it up, and it's it is. There are 3 people in this TikTok. There is Silas. You see Dakota, and you see a third person. You're guessing is probably Cameron. They are sort of living it up at the in the VIP room of the Echo.
And I just double check it's posted tonight.
Yeah, it was posted at about midnight. You can kind of like see like a clock in the background, and there's a specific band that's playing.
It would
on
also
stage.
have, it's posted
Yeah.
onto TikTok. It would have a time-stamp, and then when we go to the next day, it would have a date. So like that's like fucking perfect. And be like, oh, thank God.
That's all we need from you. We are doing a little investigation, and I didn't think you would do anything bad, but we just needed to rule out that you definitely didn't do anything bad.
Great. Yeah, great. Very, very glad to know I didn't do anything bad.
Would you happen to know if any other Thin Bloods who maybe are around?
There's not a lot of us in the domain.
What about kindred specifically? Kindred that might enjoy frat parties?
Well, not ones that could have done anything tonight. The ones I know of were playing at the club tonight.
So every kindred that you know was
I
at the
don't know
club tonight.
I don't know a lot of kindred. I'm sorry. I've only been doing this for like a year, and like they don't usually like me.
Silas seems to like you.
Oh, Eirlin.
Hmm?
There's some politics with thin bloods and society.
So yeah, I just kind of keep my nose down. I'm trying to finish my graduate degree, and yeah, hang out with this.
Well, I'm glad we could rule you out right away.
It is really great. But yeah, no, I mean I know some of the people in December Sympathy, the band that was playing tonight, do enjoy a good party, but they were here tonight, and I watched them perform until like 1 a.m.
Well, I think we're all good here. We'll let you know if anything else is needed. Hopefully not.
Have a
While
good
you're busy.
rest of your night.
Yeah.
You too. You have a lovely night.
And don't forget your introductions next time. Looking at
Yes.
Silas.
Silas is like, I won't. Next time.
Good night.
And yep, and they like stand on the porch so you've like gotten far enough away, then they go back inside.
This is literally so much fun. I have to wait on the curb now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like not. It will not be that long after this ends that the Keaton's car will pull up.
Yeah, it's not. I'm still good on my curfew time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, you'll get back plenty of time. And there is a text message on your phone.
I check it.
It's from Alyssa.
I check it.
Yeah, it just says, "I'm sorry I missed you tonight.
Ooh?
Maybe swing by tomorrow."
And I send her back. Sure thing. You're not gonna believe the night that I had. To which I then look at everybody else and go, so I do have us covered on Elysium clothes. I'll go further. Like, you can send me things that you prefer to wear. But you have to dress up.
Like in costume or?
If not costume, formal attire. This is a place where you need to show up. You don't have to worry about the cost. I got it. Just tell me what you like to wear. And colors that you like.
Do you think our resources would be better spent for the next 2 days solving these murders?
Well, you can solve the murders and have clothes made at the same time.
Eirlin is like mouth open, is about to say something, and is very obviously considering whether or not to say the thing that they're thinking of saying. And so instead is just like, again, almost like I'm blue screening, like I'm like buffering.
I'm like, I think I noticed you doing this, and I will patiently wait for you to catch your breath, essentially, and just go say what you need to say.
So that's a no then on dressing up like a vampire?
You can dress up like a vampire if you want to, but just make it go full Victorian, like.
I don't have any costumes, really.
That's fine. That's why
I
I
also
said I
don't
can
have formal wear.
That's why I said I have it covered if you need it.
Why can't I just like wear a nice like button-up shirt and nice pants?
Because unfortunately, when we show up in Elysium, they will eat you alive socially. And sure, you can say you don't care, but there's so many kindred that just love to hate new kindred. And I'd really appreciate it if they don't hate you.
Because you'd be embarrassed to be seen with me?
Not really. It'd be because I would have to stick up for you. And I don't want to let them know that I'm weak.
Because you care about someone?
Of course.
I don't understand, but if dressing up would help you, sure. Just no dresses. I don't do dresses.
No dresses, got it.
We'll find something. Don't worry about me.
I worry about you the most. And that's because I want you to keep wearing your cool mask, but also, I'm so worried as to what you're going to show up in.
It'll be fine. Just
Eirlin's got this subtle look of pride that flashes across your eyes, knowing that Faline is not worried as much about Zim than anyone else.
Nora,
I have clothes that are suitable for Elysium.
have you been introduced to Elysium yet?
It would be rather hypocritical of me to be on Silas for not introducing himself, had I not introduced myself.
Oh, please, no big surprises. It's okay if you're not. It's the whole point about being dead. We're kind of hypocrites.
So the night is winding down. Most people have about an hour left before sunrise to get home and to settle in for your day sleep. So we will do that as you settle in for day sleep. And when we come back from our break, we will go into the next night and whatever this investigation brings you. So yeah, we'll see everybody in just a couple of minutes. Get up, stretch your legs, grab water, food if you need it, and we'll see you back in a few. Hello, everyone, and welcome back from break. Hope it was restful. Like these kindred have been having. They've been having their day sleep. So everybody rouse for a new night.
Yep. Oh, yay. That's a success. I'm
Big
still
I
at-
succeed.
I rarely succeed.
Yeah, you're all fine as you wake up. I mean, some of you probably need to eat more than others, but yeah. So Nora, I'm gonna start with you. As you're sort of headed downstairs, you hear a knock at the door.
I will go down and look out through the little peephole.
Yeah, there's a guy standing out there. It takes you a second to recognize him, because the last time you saw him, he was in not great shape. It's the werewolf that you fed blood to, Samuel.
Samuel, my little baby. Yeah, I will go ahead and open the door.
Yeah, and he's he's wearing like hiking boots, jeans, and like a t-shirt and a flannel over it. And like as you open the door, he just goes, "I don't know your name, but hello."
Nora Wilmore, and she will sort of offer her hand.
Samuel, Durand.
Would you like to come in? I don't know. Do you feel uncomfortable here after what happened?
I mean, I've never been here before, so I mean, it's just interesting. Yeah, that, I mean, I'll come in.
Yeah, please. And Nora will sort of gesture him inside. I think towards the, as previously described, nearly empty kitchen, but we'll get out like the rest, some of the other non-perishables that we didn't serve
Mm.
to the stoner last night, to the other Sam.
Beef jerky.
That feels bad to give to a werewolf as a snack. That feels culturally insensitive.
Is it racist to feed beef jerky to a werewolf? Send tweet.
So Nora will just like make another bag of popcorn
Yeah.
and say, I wasn't expecting a visit.
I mean it's been strange. Like God, this is gonna sound horrible the way I have to phrase it. I can't get you out of my head. Like I I saw you, and it's like for like the first week or so, it was like, oh, I felt grateful, which is a weird thing for me to feel about a vampire. And then I just couldn't stop thinking about you, and like I didn't know your name. I just kind of started wandering around the city, kind of hoping I'd pick up your scent. God, I hate that. That's and it's taken me a couple of weeks, but I've found you, and I really didn't think this part out. It just kind of was like something was telling me I had to do this.
Yeah, I think Nora sort of gestures for him to sit. Very sort of, I think, almost motherly or grandmotherly in like affect, despite looking like 20 something.
Yeah.
And well, it was a strange and stressful situation that we met under. I guess I'm not surprised that it has some sort of lingering.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I feel like I owe you for saving my life.
Does your friend know that you're here?
No, my friends do not know that I'm here.
Would they be upset? Do you think?
Rory is. She and I have talked about it a little bit. It with the rest of our social circle and pack. We kind of skipped over a lot of things that happened. They weren't particularly happy that we worked with vampires, but it was kind of we needed it in the moment. But anything else we kind of just glossed over, and I haven't, like, it would have been really weird, and I would have had some weird questions if I had told them I kept thinking about a vampire. So I didn't, and yeah, no one knows I'm here.
Yeah, Nora sort of, I think, grimaces a little in sympathy and nods. Well, I mean, when we saw what had happened in this frat house and to your friends, I didn't expect the night to end up with working with you all either, but I'm glad it all turned out.
Yeah, I'm very glad to be alive.
Well, I'm happy that we were able to help in that way. Have you been here long?
Like a couple minutes. I realized it was like almost sundown, so I was like, I might have arrived a little too early.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant in Providence. I just got here.
Oh,
so about
I mean, I I've been in Providence for a couple of years. I came here to was initially like I was going to be a park ranger. To study all of that kind of stuff. And then the whole wolf thing kind of put some plans on hold. Um, so yeah.
Oh, that happened here recently.
Like all of us, our pack is pretty new. We've only been doing it for like a year.
Oh wow, I wonder if that's why you all were targeted. Like I said, it was actually my first night here when we met.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. Like I just got stupid and wasn't paying attention. Like yeah, I turned big, hairy thing, but 7-on-1 with lead pipes, really hard. Lead pipes, and I think it was at least one stun gun.
I mean, we've been trying to piece together a little bit of what it is that they were trying to do. Do you?
So they were definitely taking my blood. And they were making some sort of concoction with it. And I think selling it to other vampires.
Oh,
I mean, that's what I got from the little bit, lots of talk about profit and not margins.
well, I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. And I think Nora sort of turns on the kettle and is like,
Mhm.
"Can I get you some tea or anything to drink?"
I'm sure, yeah. See, like, he's about to you asked, yeah, sure. I mean, I owe you a lot. Is there, like, anything I can do to help you?
Okay, so 2 questions,
Mhm.
Aubrey.
Yeah.
One, how much blood do I have to like feed someone for a second blood bot, like to progress that?
You need to feed them 1 rouse check's worth.
So, like, in comparison to a cup of tea, how much of the cup of tea would need to be blood? Like, is it a subtle amount or a clearly, why are you pouring your blood into this cup amount?
I would say it with your potency, it would be a subtle it could be a subtle amount.
Okay, so I would like to, attempt to, just like, I think, cut my finger a little bit into the cup as I'm like preparing tea for him and say, actually, there is something we assumed it was vampires, but I'm not actually sure, has been killing people around here. There are some files on the sitting room table. Could you take a look and see if the throats were ripped out? So I don't know if it's
Sure, yeah. I mean, I could tell you if a wolf did it. I mean, I studied a lot of like animal stuff, like if it was an animal, gets up and starts moving in there. So if you want to do that, it will need 2 things from you. 1, the rouse check, and then 2, that will be it'll be a manipulation subterfuge roll to hide the blood in the tea.
okay. So I failed that rouse check, so I'm at hunger 4.
Ruh-roh.
4 successes, and I will just go ahead and re-roll the one of them to see if I get a crit now. So 5 successes.
5 successes, yeah. I mean, we'll roll his sort of pool to see if he notices. He's gonna take a penalty because he's 1 already kind of bloodbound, and then 2, you have distracted him by asking him to do something. You beat him by 1.
Let's go.
He does not notice as you do this. And yeah, you give him the cup of tea, and like he's looking over all of this stuff, and he goes, "No, you see like the bite pattern here, like that's clearly like from a human mouth. You can kind of see where the canines are. I mean, you know, it's kind of weird. Like definitely a human shouldn't have this bite strength. This is like, you know, it is, you know, like how they say in like zombie films, you know, like because they have like they don't have the thing in their body that's stopping them from biting down. But I mean, I guess it could be a vampire. It seems like the messiest way to do what you do, as you say, he's drinking tea.
Now, you said that you were able to find me because of smell. Do vampires smell different to you?
Oh yeah. It's definitely you do. It's kind of hard to explain it. And I hope this doesn't sound bad. You do kind of smell dead.
That makes sense.
Yeah, especially to someone with a nose as strong as mine, especially when I'm in a wolf form.
What are you doing for the rest of tonight? And I think Nora's mouth sort of pulls a little, like, crooked frown. We were planning to go to a fraternity party to investigate. It's where all 3 of these attacks have happened. But if you can smell vampires, if you were able to come with us, maybe you could help us find who's doing it so we could stop them. Is that too public and ask for you?
Give me a manipulation persuasion roll. The DC will be lower because he's already very inclined to agree with you.
Two successes, possible bestial failure.
He goes, I got some time. Yeah, I have to meet one of the people later tonight. But like that's not till like it's like not till like 2 a.m. So I mean I could stick around until then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy if you want to come with us. It might be safer, but if you feel better just going by yourself, it's the Zeta Beta Tau party.
I mean, you know, the strength in numbers, whatever that saying is.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, did you finish your glass here? And she will sort of take it if he's finished drinking and sort of go rinse it out.
I'll also let you know, Nora, you're about to go into a house with a lot of people.
Yeah, and I'm real hungry.
You could feed when you go there, but there's especially at your level of hunger, there is a chance that you won't be able to stop yourself once you start.
So inviting my new werewolf friend to watch me murder some people is probably not a great idea. So I will say, when she comes back into the room, I think that her hands are sort of digging into her palm a little bit, just sort of realizing how hungry she is. And she was focused before on the subterfuge, but now it's sort of starting to take its toll. And she says, actually, I realize I have an errand I need to run before the party. Would you mind meeting up here later?
Oh yeah. I can I can run an errand. I need to grab something anyways. What time?
What time? Did we have a plan for the time we wanted to go there? Like 11 or something? I don't know.
Maybe the party will start probably about like 9ish. And if you don't want to go there at the very beginning, fashionably late at like 10 o'clock or whatever.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to meet us back here at 10? The rest of my friends from that
Yeah.
night will be here. They're fine with you being here.
Yeah. Your friends of yours are friends of mine. As long as they're cool, I'm cool. We have an understanding. So yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you get. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I know that. It's,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine. Like it's, there's enough of you around that like I'm used to how it feels. Like,
Oh, I didn't even. I just meant like socially. I didn't.
oh,
mean,
I mean,
like,
I'm fine socially.
Okay, well then I'll
Yeah.
see you at 10. It's.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to see you again.
Yeah, I'm
too.
glad I was able to thank you for saving my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they'll leave. You leave. You can go hunt. Do you have a hunting roll?
I do have a hunting roll. It is composure and subterfuge.
Okay. Yep. And then once you do that, you will.
So
Well,
that's one success. How many?
one.
Like, should I Can I re-roll?
Yes, you can. I would say you
Willpower.
definitely do that. Willpower, because one success is not enough to successfully hunt.
Is 2
Yet,
successes.
are you going? Especially, it'll help. Are you going to be hunting in your domain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
mean-
then 2 successes will be enough. And then I'm going to need you to give me a. It is going to be a willpower check. I believe it is a difficulty of. Gonna say off the top of my head, it is difficulty of 2 to resist, draining a person completely.
I got a 4.
4, yeah, you are able to, because I mean, if it was a 3, 4 is enough, so you can take as much or as little as you want.
Okay. Yeah, I will take like sort of 3 Hunter's Point worth, so won't kill them.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill
But,
them, but they're gonna need to go take a nap and have a cookie.
Yeah. Well, they should be doing that instead of going to frat parties anyway. People are getting
Probably.
killed.
Yep. But I will jump to I'll jump to Lupe. You wake up, you going through your normal evening routine?
Yeah. Again, more normal stuff. Again, making eggs for myself.
Mhm.
And then checking with Antonio to
Mhm.
see how like the people here are doing.
Uh-huh.
Maybe check like make sure like no one's missing.
Yeah, he mentions that, they kind of have like some people who blow in and out, but he'll do like a head count, see if anyone's missing or anything.
Yeah. Besides that, thinking about the event tomorrow, I think they want to call their cousin to ask for a favor.
Yeah. So you call your cousin who works. Yep. Yeah, public defender.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At first, like she like sends it into her stuff, goes back to her room really quick, and just goes like, okay, calls,
Mhm.
and when Big's like, Stella, hey,
Lupe?
how are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm busy like usual.
Hey, yeah, I know you're so busy. Really quickly, could I? So I know like it's gonna be strange coming from me, but I'm going to like a fancy event. Do you think I could borrow any of like, because we wear roughly the same size, like some like one of your professional outfits. I'll bring it back. Fine, I'll even dry clean it. I swear.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be at my place in a bit. I mean, if you want to swing by and pick something up, I've got plenty, so feel free to borrow whatever you want.
Really appreciate it. See you soon. Mwah. Uh, hangs up the phone and just goes like, "Ugh, okay."
Yeah, so you can do that. And Eirlin, is there anything that you are doing when you wake up?
I think Eirlin, just pretty general routine stuff. I probably have like one appointment that I just go through. A regular.
Hmm.
Eirlin's like a little hungry. I don't know. Can I feed on my client?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a herd
I
and you
do
have
have a
not
herd.
fed from them this week.
Nope. Yeah, so I will just have a little sip. Just a little sip.
Just a little
to,
sip.
To get me back down to 1.
Yeah, and I'll see if you did. Yeah, and then go to meet Nora at the frat house.
Yup. And I make sure to say hi to Cheese, my cat.
Yeah,
Love
Cheese
him.
is in his normal spot on the counter, like on the register counter, like just stretched out.
Aw, yeah. I think my clients really like Cheese too. They sure do. Shop cat.
Everyone loves a shop cat.
So true. Yeah, so Eirlin probably spends like a little bit of time specifically to like play with Cheese and to have that sort of time together, and then I will head out to this frat party, and Eirlin is sort of mentally preparing himself to go to a frat party because not the environment that Z thrives in or even wants to be in. So yeah, but at least it's either Brown or RISD students, because like I feel like everybody who goes to either of those schools are just nerds. So it's like it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still like, okay, yeah, you go to Brown and you're in a frat, like, okay. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
So I think I just walk over to our frat house. And I let myself in.
Yeah. And that'll bring us to Faline. Believe you have a appointment.
I do. Okay. First, wake up. I get dressed. I figure out what to wear for a frat party. It's like really cute, kind of like I want to say semi-frilly because it's not that frilly. It's more like on the bottom where like the ends of like this dress would be, but it's short. Black dress, and then we put over like a knit sweater on top that's a little too loose. It's like a knit crop thing going on, and just enough necklaces so that way people know I'm trying to have a good time. And I wear mesh stockings, and like I'm out. If I see Armand out there at all, I'm not gonna explain what I'm wearing, just I have to do some coterie things. If he's not there, I will leave a message for him. So
Call highs or lows. High or low.
hi.
He is not there.
I will leave him a message then that I will be out. I might be a little late tonight, but it is a mission for the prince, with my coterie.
Mhm.
And if I'll try to call ahead if I know I'm gonna be late. If I'm not, I will make sure I get back by curfew. If not, I will stay with Alyssa. Like it's one of those like I'm trying to cover all of my bases for tonight because we couldn't speak yet. Um
There's actually a note that he has left for you, which says, "Call from Daedalus. Had to go into work early."
dope.
And
Well, I
you
mean,
know,
it's a little better than last night where he wasn't up
mhm.
before me. So this is a little bit more like normal. I'll
Yeah.
just maybe we just wanted a rest day, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I call my uncle and be like, "Hey, take me to I'm forgetting Alyssa's shop name.
God, I wrote it. Where did I write it?
I know we wrote it somewhere.
Classic Coutiers.
Yes, classic couture. Gonna go there
Mhm.
first.
Yeah.
And I will also fill him in on the mission details so that way he's not freaking out either.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely okay, yeah, that's definitely not good. Definitely take care of it. And before you know it, you are pulling up to the shop. The lights are on like they were last night.
Do you want me to put a are you going to Elysium tomorrow? Do you need
Yeah, I remember to tell you, we're helping out with running security there.
Oh, okay. So you don't need
Yeah, I'm good.
because you'll be in your okay, that's fine. Let me know if anything changes though, okay?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Do I have to help out with security? No, I shouldn't because
No,
I have
you're
to do with you.
it's Daedalus is running security. So.
Data. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I'll let you know if I need a ride again.
Yeah. You've got my number. I'm gonna go take care of some stuff.
Okay. Bye.
Mhm.
Close the door. Ouch! My nails. I hit. I was like moving my arm very slightly and I hit it on something. I go in the shop.
Yeah. There is nobody to greet you, but you do hear opera music coming from somewhere in the back.
I've been to the back before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the back.
Yeah, you walk into Alessia's personal office. There are sort of there's areas where she is designing outfits. There's like a dressmaker's forum as well, and there's a like couch, things like that. And then there are several racks of very impressive weaponry on the walls. And you see Alessia sort of leaning on her desk. She has sort of, it's like shoulder length dark hair that's kind of at this point pulled back into a very, very tight bun out of her face. Wearing a very nice suit without the vest or jacket, but it's like unbuttoned like 3 or 4 buttons at least, and has a glass of something that she's kind of swirling. And sort of smiles at you as you enter the office, and saying is, it's my favorite customer.
Well, this is my second favorite shop in the area.
Seconds.
There's a new boutique that opened up, and it's kind of my style.
That's fair. For a moment, I worried there was another tailor and I'd have to deal with them.
No.
So,
Speaking of tailors, I might actually need you for that.
Yeah, skills at your command.
Well, I know for sure I need one outfit made. I just showed some pictures
Hmm.
of the coterie. Totally have been taking pictures of the coterie, by the way. It's just like I do not ask, I take. And I just go just for Zim. As you can see, there's is really colorful. So warm colors
Yeah, warm colors work.
and see the one with the mask?
I can figure something out.
Yeah, just like a blazer.
A blazer, mask.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect. They're definitely not a Batman type. So, you know, a blazer. Just
Blazer?
in case. They say they have it covered. I don't know what that means. I've known them for like barely 2 weeks and they stole at least 2 different vehicles. So I actually don't know what they mean by I have it covered.
Walk into Elysium with a blood-covered suit, more likely than not.
That would be a very fun statement, but fun to watch, not to be a part of.
It's very true. What were you thinking for yourself?
See, I barely had time to think for myself. I mean, I could just wear something that I do already have.
It's Elysium.
It's lazy. I know. What do you think will look good on me?
Like, looks at you. Sort of, you can tell this is blood that she is drinking. And it definitely seems to it hasn't coagulated or anything, so she takes a sip of it and looks at you and goes, thinking red. A deep red.
Then I'll wear red.
Well, sounds like I have my work cut out for me. I'll call the two of them back in and we can get started on it. We'll have it done and delivered to, where would you like me to deliver it?
Here's the best address. And I give him the coteries, our little den, Daddy Girl den, you know?
Yeah. Delta Sigma Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you give that to him or give it to her, and yeah, she'll smile and down the last of her blood and sort of push some of your hair behind your ear and say, unfortunately, it cannot spend the rest of my night with you. Then I'm have to make it so that everyone at Elysium is staring at you.
I know that you'll impress me, as always. Sadly, I do have a job today that's kind of due today, so...
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Same for you. I just pitter-patter out.
As you're leaving, you hear the opera music get louder. And then you kind of, as you're leaving, you hear a phone call of just Alessia being like, "Yeah, just I need you to come back in."
I'll remember to get them, like, some donuts or something.
Rush order, one of the thing. So, when you all arrive back to the frat house, there is a large dark suitcase on the front porch.
Oh, it's
Okay.
here.
Is there also a bowl though, or did that kid steal our bowl?
Oh, there's the bowl. It's on top of the suitcase.
Perfect.
Just
I
wanted to
make
make
sure
sure
that
you saw it.
I make sure that the bowl is brought in. And then I go, the body's here. I can do the blood stuff, but like, can I just do something real quick? I need some help though with it.
What do you need?
I'm gonna make our den a little safer. It's a really fun way to hide a body, but also just a way to sate your hunger if you ever need it. It doesn't make it better per se, but it makes it very bearable.
What do we need to do?
I need help digging a hole in the ground. We gotta pick a place to dig it as well, by the way. I was thinking just our, here would be fine. The frat house. Not in the frat house, outside of the frat house. And yeah, we just dig a hole, put the body there, and then I can do the rest.
Sure, I can help, I guess.
Yeah, I'll help so we could get it done faster, I guess.
You definitely are stronger than me.
Nora sort of claps her hands and says, well, it seems like you two will have that well in hand. Oh, but before you go outside, you should know that a friend will be accompanying us to the party tonight.
Ooh.
Do you remember Samuel, one of the werewolves from that thing with the lab?
Vaguely, yes.
What did you do?
Wait, what do you mean?
Came by to thank me for helping save us and agreed to help sort of sniff out any vampires at the frat party tonight. He was apparently training to be a park ranger and confirmed that the bites were from a human or humanoid mouth. So, no,
Supernatural, though?
Yeah, but no rabid wolves running around.
Rabid wolves. Their main hunting ground is frat parties.
Well,
Look,
I
I've
mean-
seen those werewolf movies.
I've seen Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Well,
But
That's fun.
I think that just for Faline, Nora makes a sort of casual gesture. Like that would just be like a hand twitch, but is sort of a drinking.
I give you a nod. I give you a nod and just go, well, I mean, I'm super down.
So someone has to dig a hole.
Yes, help me dig a hole. Look at my nails, guys. I can't
Lupe's already
grip the shovel too
grabbed
well.
the shovels, not paying
Lupe
attention
and
at all.
Eirlin will go dig a hole. Although I think Eirlin knows that Z's not very strong at all, but just wants to help.
You don't have to dig it very deep, like a foot or two.
I keep watch so that way if people see us digging a hole, they...
Backyard! In the backyard! Not front yard, backyard!
Yes,
Okay.
There's a
clearly.
thing that's supposed to be a garden in the backyard. Nobody's
Yeah.
tended it in a real long time, but it's
Oh,
supposed
okay,
to be
yeah.
a garden.
Fertilizer! We're putting fertilizer in here!
Night gardening.
Yeah, night gardening.
It's Halloween season. If we went and dug a grave in our front yard, I think it would be fine.
This is the least sus time to do that, TBH.
Yeah.
We're still doing it in the backyard, let's be real. Come
Yeah,
on.
we're still doing the backyard. Eirlin would insist. Backyard.
I feel like Lupe is also just trying to wants to get this done super fast. And so she's moving very fast. So for every shovel that Eirlin does, Lupe
Mhm.
has done like 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to do like a time lapse video, or actually not even, it looks like you are working in time lapse.
Exactly, yeah.
And Eirlin's working like really
Slow-mo.
slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you eventually have the hole dug.
That's when I open the case. I make sure that the vial is separated, like I put it in my pocket or something so I know I can do that later. And I'm gonna dump the body into the grave
Mhm.
and start my ritual process. I need to give it, I believe, one full like rouse. What was that? Sorry. I'm gonna pour a rouse check's worth of blood onto the corpse. The corpse is a day old, like officially though, right? Because that's very important.
Yep, it is officially a day old. You actually have to pour it into the corpse. So you can
Yeah,
feed it.
I want to put the corpse in first, so that way it's
Mm.
in, and then I will pour it into the corpse. And I let y'all watch. I take my very pretty nails. I slice open my wrist, and I just let it all flow out into the corpse.
Roll a rouse check.
Yes. So glad I ate. I succeed.
You don't get hungrier, so as you do this and start this ritual, I will need that resolve plus blood sorcery roll.
You said resolve. Okay, let's go. Tag teaming these Viridian dice here. I want to be good, man. Oh, that's good. 3 successes.
3 successes. Believe that should be enough for this ritual.
I'm so sorry. No,
Oh.
no. 5 successes.
5 successes, definitely
I
enough.
got it. Yeah, I gotta really bring it. What some of these dice, like when you see like the tears are so like faint because the back of them is like a very light blue. So yeah. Sorry, that was 4.
Yeah, 5.
5. 5.
5 successes. 5 successes is definitely enough as you do that, and as you do, the body kind of disintegrates.
I hum while I wait for it to kind of like start to take shape. And it's a win, right? Like I
Yeah.
do this perfectly fine. So it this blood scented smoke kind of just fills the air as just a bunch of roots start to take place, and then they pop outward to make branches, and the branches grow leaves, and the leaves also bloom some buds, and it's just these beautiful, really, really beautiful red flowers. Some are, I want to say, like, it's like, oh god, what are they called? I think is it? Ooh, one second. I know I have it here somewhere. I fucking have a specific flower in mind. Girl, where are you?
Corpse flower.
Yeah, it's the Asian one. It's the it's the one where you see it in anime and you're like, oh, it's gonna be sad.
Yeah, I don't know which one that is.
The sad anime flower.
Oh, God.
Set, okay. Lupe is just like, I don't understand any of this shit.
Red spider lily. They are red spider lilies.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember the name, but as soon as you said it, I'm like, I can see that.
If you've seen fucking Tokyo Ghoul, you can see it. If you've seen literally any like anime that got really sad and had flower metaphors, it's there. But it's specifically like it is really pretty flower that signifies death and stuff. And those are what like bloom in our backyard, and they all have this distinctive like blood scent to it. if you were to touch it, I think it would even like dried blood would like get on your fingers because they're so fresh. And I will point to them and go, so if you're ever really, really hungry and you can't hunt, or you shouldn't hunt because you might kill someone and you might not want to do that here, these help. They don't they don't like take away the hunger, but they make it very bearable. It should be good for a month, and I'll probably keep it up here so that way we'll have our own little snacky snack.
Wild.
Eirlin's just staring at it.
And it's around this point where you hear a car pull up sort of out front of the place, and someone get out. And eventually, like, because I imagine there's like a little bit of area to the side where you can like just enter the backyard, and there's like kind of like a knock, just like hi, yeah, hi, I'm back.
Ah, perfect timing. I think we were just getting ready to head out. You remember? Actually, I don't think we really had time for introductions, did
No,
we?
I was kind of out of it too.
Eirlin, Lupe, Faline.
Samuel, you just call me Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, I'm helping you find someone who's causing problems.
That's so sweet of you.
I mean, yeah, saved my life. I kind of feel like I have to repay you somehow.
And how have you been doing?
I
feel like it's rude to not ask you since
Yeah,
you
I
were
mean, it's,
pretty banged up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a week or so recovery. Like, I bounced, because of the thing. I bounced back pretty quick.
Do I know what a blood bond looks like? I should. I feel like that is my clan's issue here.
Give me a we'll do an intelligence occult.
What is this? 1 second. Yeah, just one more. 3 successes.
3 successes. I mean, yeah, you especially with Nora's kind of mention earlier. You can kind of see how like Sam will look at all of you, and then his eyes will drift back to Nora. Like, just sort of like it is like a puppy.
Like a puppy, yeah. I look at everyone and go, I can't drive, so someone has to drive me.
I can drive, but we have to walk all the way back to my place first.
Frat is right here, isn't it?
It's like a block away.
Oh my god, I forgot it's a frat. Well, I'm so sorry. I forgot it's a frat party and we are I'm old, guys. I haven't been to college in a while, okay?
Okay, well, as the person who's been to college most recently, I think, out of all of us, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I graduated 2 years ago.
I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
I don't think that surprises anyone.
Well, yeah, and
College isn't for everyone.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Uh, Faline, do you say you're able to get information from the remaining blood?
Yes, let me do that right now, actually, so that way it doesn't look like I'm chugging a mysterious vial.
There's like a vial of blood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I look at it. How much blood's in there?
It's like a little test tube full of blood.
Shots.
It is.
Shots.
It's been sitting for like a day, so it is kind of sludgy.
Lumpy.
Ew.
Look at that. It's so fucking yucky. I will still do taste for blood, so that's a resolve in blood sorcery.
Yep.
I gotta up my resolve, guys. I'm a glass cannon in a different way, you know? I don't need to up shit when I use the Viridian dice. That will be 3 successes, which
Three
is like
successes.
I think it's what I need.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is human blood. You can tell that if someone was to drink it, it would be of the sanguine resonance. This person was clearly in the mood when they died.
But
In the mood.
pants were on.
They were
Oh,
horny.
I see. Mhm. Is there anything else I can figure out from this?
But shirt was off.
They were human. There's that that they were definitely under the effect of the kiss. So they were feeling very good as they died.
So Faline takes a sip, and you see like her face like cringe up, like as if she was drinking like, I don't know, a whole shot of lime juice, just a nasty. Definitely human. So fucking horny. Under the effects of the kiss. That's all. Quite literally, just, well, it didn't hurt.
I guess that's a silver lining if there ever was one, but
I mean, it helps to know because vampires like to have hunting styles, and maybe this one's hunting style is
seduction.
sexual.
Yeah. So I guess we are looking for someone who may or may not be kindred, but who is seducing average looking guys.
I look to Samuel. Is he average looking?
He's got that like lumber snack look going for him.
Ooh.
He could be average looking, like very easily. We just put him in. Okay, I look at him. I look at him like I'm studying him, and then I get an idea, and I go, "We can use you as bait."
Me?
I mean, you're not that average looking, but like we could work with this.
I mean, you'll be able to find
Thank
out
you.
who it is,
You're
right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's not like we're using a completely defenseless person. We'll be there. We'll be able to watch, keep track. We need to get them alive. So this is the best way to do it.
Not necessarily, but you know.
So
Yeah, or proof of true death, but
wait, so the thing that I'm confused about is that we know that whoever did this doesn't have fangs and just ripped the bodies open with their normal fucking teeth. But also, the bodies were drained completely of blood. So, either we're looking for a normal human who drinks blood, or a thin blood who didn't have developed fangs. I don't know.
I mean, some kindred can get more Well,
But
Yeah,
didn't you say that and I'm looking at Nora and Sam that that whatever did this had normal teeth, like not fangs?
Sam will nod, just being like, yeah, it was like a human bite pattern.
Yeah, so either a vampire with normal teeth or the weirdest fucking human with a blood kink. But there definitely was a vampire. Eirlin's thinking out loud because the victim was under the effects of the kiss.
of the kiss, yes. I'm just trying to say that some kindred don't stay like this.
What do you mean?
There's some clans out there that after they're embraced, their body mutates
Into human?
into a bunch of things. There's also some abilities that you can get later on that could turn you into fucking mist and shit. But then we'd be dealing with something that might be above our pay grade. I'm just saying the most likely is that it's a thin blood, but if we run into something that isn't a thin blood, we should still be prepared.
Okay. I want us to have a plan so that we don't biff it once we get in there. You
Yeah,
know?
luring.
I'm
Yeah.
bait.
Bait.
Okay.
I mean,
Are you okay with that? I know I just asked you if you could smell them out for us.
I mean, I can kind of do both.
I don't suppose. And this would just be a smart thing to do. I won't take offense to it. You brought anything when you came to visit the vampire's lair, as it were? Steaks?
Yeah, I have some stuff in my truck.
Perfect. Is it something? Do you have something you can hide on your body just for self-defense if they do take?
Yeah,
bait?
I've got like a wooden stake.
Great. And I think Nora will sort of gently like touch him on the arm for a second and say like, I'm really glad that you like thought ahead like that.
Yeah, just gotta be prepared. I didn't have anything on me last time, so this time I'm prepared.
That's really smart of you. Glad to see that you're learning.
Yep, it was a very painful lesson.
Don't worry, we'll keep an eye out for you. So if things go south, well, hopefully it won't go like crazy south, but like we'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay super north. That would be good.
Were all the bodies found in bathrooms, Aubrey?
No. One body was found in a bedroom, and the other was like found in a backyard.
So no pattern.
Well,
I think like
Areas where one might find privacy.
as we are getting closer, Eirlin says, "You don't reckon that if this is the person who has generally been around here for some time, that they would recognize us?"
I mean, they're not gonna recognize me.
That's why you make perfect bait. Also, I'm sorry I keep
Might.
calling you bait, but that's just what your job is right now.
Yeah, I'm bait.
Mm-hmm. But I
Damn
love
bait.
bait. It's my favorite glow toad.
Huh?
I'm making a
know.
TV show reference.
So don't recognize that. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's Dragon Prince. That was a good one.
Yes, thank you. I give him a tiny high five.
Yeah. Rory got me into that one. That one was good. And you are sort of approaching in on the frat house, and it's you even like a block away. You're already hearing the music. There's like they have the 12-foot skeleton, and he's all decked out in a
Jackson
toga.
Bones!
Oh, I wish I
Uh,
dressed up a little bit more now.
and it is a party. And it is, no one's checking anybody when they get in. It's just, you're here because you're supposed to be here, and we just guess that you're supposed to be here because you're here. And you walk in, you grab a red Solo cup, and you mingle.
Yeah, Eirlin tries to like blend in by dancing, and I think Eirlin is like kind of awkward when Z dances. Kind of like, I don't know, if you picture like you're holding a cup and Eirlin's like 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 I can keep time, but that's about it. I don't look cool or graceful or any of the things that you want to look like when you dance. But I think everyone's too drunk to really notice.
I could only imagine them dancing like a sim.
I go smoker player. Harper, do you
Lupe, by the way, just like is pretending, I guess they're in costume because again, mask on, hoodie up, still grab the Solo cup to blend in, but they're not taking their mask off, so
Well, it's a Halloween party. I feel like other people are
Exactly.
wearing masks, so you
Exactly.
don't look that weird.
Surprisingly.
Yep. And you've had like Sam, like he's taken the flannel off, so maybe and he's just like in this black t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, I was gonna say as long like no like if he no print unless it's a graphic tee, just a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, he's just
So,
wearing a black t-shirt.
yeah,
it's just a
that's how
black
you look
crew-neck
plain.
T-shirt. Yeah.
If he's wearing like necklace or jewelry, no, he's not. We
He's
take
not.
that away.
Yeah,
He
I
needs
mean,
to look
he's
average, like a real average guy. Real average guys don't look at fucking jewelry.
yeah. He just he's doing his best. He's still got like a little bit of like just like he has charisma, but like he's doing his best to act like he doesn't not have charisma. And so he's gonna be doing that. Everyone else, as this is going on and you're taking a look around, either a wits awareness or an intelligence investigation.
I'm gonna do intelligence investigation. I'm just trying to see if I have anything that might help me.
May I try to scan the crowd with Scry the Soul to identify other kindred?
Yes.
Amazing. That's a rouse check. That is a success. And then I do intelligence aspects.
Yeah, Lupe, you just the party atmosphere.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Yeah.
So I think someone's trying to talk to me about my mask, and I'm trying to just get them away from me.
And you're distracted. Like there's a couple that's like getting a little bit too PDA over there, and you're like, is that a person? No, it's not. That's just a couple.
So okay, I have a suggestion on what I want to do. I'm fucking cute, so I was wondering if I could, I don't know, get someone interested in me so that way I look as normal as possible at a party, and maybe just like after a few minutes look for private places, and then when I don't see what I think I want to see, I'll just be like, nah, not here, and basically just take them around to all the private places.
Yeah, that'll be a charisma persuasion roll.
Okay, and I am beautiful, so I can add an extra.
And don't forget, you can rouse the blood for extra dice.
I was gonna say I technically did rouse the blood recently to look human.
Yeah. I imagine most of you activated the Blush of Life going in. So
I will also say that I have the flaw of stalkers, just as a I know what I'm doing, low-key. And I don't think Underestimated or Ingenue can play into this right now, unless you think it can.
I could say Ingenue. like being like, oh yeah, I'm totally so innocent. This is my
I'm-
first party.
This is my first party. I'm like a freshman. It's a little scary. Like I'm just gonna play
Mm.
along. But that's like me adding 3 extra dice to this already. So I'm not
Go
gonna
for
rouse
it.
the blood.
You just go for it. Yeah, as you do that, how much did
You
you
said
get, Eirlin?
you said charisma and persuasion?
Charisma persuasion, yeah. And I'll get you roll that, hold on to it. So we'll do Eirlin's scanning of the crowd. So
7.
4, 7?
7.
For that, yeah, you spot so yeah, you'll spot that there are several people in the crowd. So you said scry the soul?
Yeah. There's a specific thing that allows you to scan a crowd for
Mhm.
one thing, so I'm looking for kindred.
Kindred, okay. Let's see. Yeah, there are what appears to be, you notice the ghouls from the other night. And then there are 2 people who are kindred here.
Do I recognize them?
No, you don't recognize either of them.
Cool. And I assume my Scry the Soul picks up the 3 other of us too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was just not including them.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Eirlin, looking for kindred. Found you! Points at
It's-
Nora. Found one!
As you sort of pick out, you're like, okay, there are 2 of them. One is a girl and one is a guy.
Cool.
Mhm.
Eirlin will awkward dance past all 3 of y'all, just like finding my way around the party, just to point these 2 people out to these
Mhm.
3.
Right. And Nora, you got 4. Yeah, Nora, you do notice that the girl is like kind of been like almost circling near where a Sam is. He's like kind of standing, like he's doing the thing where he's just like leaning against the wall near.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Wallflower.
cool. Yeah, I don't dance much, but I'm trying to be average. And he's doing that. And he's leaning against the wall, got a drink in hand, and you've watched as this girl has gone up for a drink, and then gone to talk to somebody that's near him, and then is kind of almost circling back and forth in a way that's trying not to look like she is.
Yeah, I think that Nora will go over and find Lupe
Mhm.
and sort of try to look like she's coming on to her, but just be like, there's someone circling our bait. Do you want to keep an eye on them?
Like doing the thing where it's loud music, so they're just gonna like get up next to the ear with the drinks, like, yeah, no, I got it. Now watch out. Ha 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 ha.
And so, Faline, what was your role to get somebody to show you all the fun spots?
7, and it's a messy critical.
7 messy critical. Yeah, what was your hunger at?
It's like 1.
It's up to 2 now. The beast, even if these are kind and they are not usually what you want, the beast kind of, it's just like, there's so much blood here. And there's like a little voice in the back of your head just being like, they would totally let you bite them. Just do it. Just do it. Just a little bit.
But do I get to see the fun spots?
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all the time in the back of your head, just being like, so easily just, this person wouldn't even know. Yeah, and you get a little hungrier. Yeah, you've learned that, there's like, there's a backyard. Backyard's a little full right now because it's actually kind of a nice night. there's bedrooms. There's like 6 or 7 bedrooms in this house. Most of those will probably be great places. I mean, there's 2 bathrooms. And there is a basement.
Is the basement active?
No, because that's where they keep like they keep like just storage stuff down there, so they don't want to have like a party and somebody like knocks down a rake and gets sprayed by a rake, and then suddenly like, oh no, our charter is revoked.
Mm-hmm. I will text the group chat the places.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I'm dragging around like, I don't know, a dude.
Yeah, just a dude, just a frat
dude,
guy.
just a guy. Yeah, he got that college football jacket.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Just a guy.
Just a guy. So I guess the question is, you think you might know who it is. How do you want to proceed with this? And also, if you're trying not to get noticed, especially watching without getting noticed, it is a composure stealth roll.
I have blend into the background as a specialty. Can I use that?
It's the definition of blending into the background.
Can I use ingenue for this as well?
Yes.
Dope.
And it is less of like trying to stay out of someone's way, but like making sure that you just look like you're just having a party. You're just partying.
So I think I want to like I think I'm like watching. Could I use my experience working with the gang and be able to blend in?
Sure.
What did that just give me like a +1?
Oh, I'll allow you to tag your spec for that. So yeah, just 1 dice.
Okay.
5 successes. 3 successes.
Zero successes.
Possible bestial failure. That is going to be a bestial failure.
Oh no! What does that mean?
That is definitely going to be bestial failure. And you are gonna go under the. We're gonna bring out the Bruja compulsion.
It's okay. I did it like first episode. Somebody should do it once per episode. Keep it alive.
Mm-hmm. It's
But we're
just.
all dead.
Eirlin, what did you get?
What'd I get for what?
I mean, I was wondering if you were trying to keep an eye on this person while not being seen. If you're not, then you don't have to make the roll.
Oh yeah, sure. I'd love to try to stealth.
Yeah, composure plus stealth.
I'm pretty good at that. Composure and stealth.
Yep, don't forget, rouse blood for extra dice.
Yep. Stealth. I will rouse the blood. So that's a rouse check, or do I just get hungrier to do this?
You would rouse check. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you succeed, you don't get hungrier.
Yay! Success. And that gives me how many more dice?
I believe, yeah, on your sheet it is 2. 2 more dice.
2. Oh yeah, blood surge. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's 2. Amazing. Cool. Cool. Could I potentially use Unseen Passage? That's another rouse check, but that lets me move while I'm hidden. Or do I have to hide first to use that?
You would have to hide first, and you'd have to
Okay.
find a place
mind.
where nobody's looking at you.
Never mind. Ooh. 3.
3 successes?
successes, yeah.
Yeah, I have. I have a sheet.
Wait. Can you crit on a hunger dice?
No.
No.
Well, if one of your if the hunger dice on the roll is a crit.
Yeah, the hunger dice is a crit, and then one of my non-hunger dice also got a 10.
Then that's a messy critical.
Okay, messy critical.
Messy critical.
Amazing.
And
Wait,
for
I
the
think I have a thing. Wait. Yes, if I get a messy, I have a one of my flaws is that I'm cursed. So if I get a messy critical, there's a chance I could get a premonition. And it's triggered by a messy critical.
Yeah, you in this moment have this, and you see the Sam, eventually, like, they talk, they chat, and this girl pulls him away. They head up to the one of the bedrooms, and then they start to, there's a bit of like starting to move into it, and then tries to bite him, and that's when your vision cuts. You're like, yep. And you also get your hunger increases by 1.
Okay.
And I'll get to the, let's see, yeah, I'm gonna roll. No, she is sufficiently distracted. Her wits awareness is not great. And she can't re-roll because she's very hungry.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so Lupe, what happens is, like, you're doing this, you're trying to do this, and just this frat guy comes along, and he's probably so drunk, and he's like, not on purpose, but he shoulder checks you, and the beer spills, and then it's kind of like the what the fuck, and you're angry. The beast wants you to fight back. This guy is just
Asking for it.
yeah.
Yeah, the beer gets on Lupe, and Lupe just like almost without like a beat passing, grabs him by like the neck of his shirt, pulls him in close, and is like, watch where you're fucking going. And then it's gonna like shove him way too hard, maybe into like a drinks table.
Ooh.
Give me a strength brawl roll.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not
I'm
the
gonna
jungle
kill someone.
juice. Not the jungle juice.
4 successes.
4 successes. I mean, you do that, and he goes head over heels over this table and just slams, and then it's just suddenly a lot of people are very distracted as they go, fight, 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 fight. And the guy gets up, he's like, throws off his jacket, and he's ready.
Yeah, you really don't want to fucking do this.
Give me if you want to try and talk him down, give me a manipulation intimidation roll.
Oh yeah. Why don't they have anything in intimidation? That doesn't feel right.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't feel right.
I don't know what I was doing. All right.
Oh no.
0 successes.
He's real drunk. And he is gonna come at you and swing. I'm just using
Oh
basic.
boy.
Just a basic thing. If you want to try and dodge, it is a
I mean, I have rapid reflexes.
Dexterity athletics, which you don't get any penalties to. I mean, he rolled 2 successes to try and punch you.
All right, and with rapid reflexes, does that add 1?
Yeah, that's 1.
I only got 1 success.
So yeah, you it's really hard to kind of judge where a drunk person is gonna punch. And yeah, you do kind of avoid some of it. You are gonna take 1 superficial as this guy just sort of like clocks you like in the chest. He just punches you right in the boob.
Ouch.
Lupe is
Titty
just like
punch.
now, just like, I fucking warned you. They're gonna grab them by the arm and throw them into the fucking wall.
Mhm. Yeah, another strength brawl roll. And it's just there's a circle around you at this point. Everybody's going fight,
Oh,
fight.
Aubrey, I just remembered I have lethal body.
You could choose not to use that.
Okay, I just want
It
to make
is
sure that
not
wasn't
a
like
thing.
always
It is
on.
not a thing that is always on. You can choose when you want to use lethal body.
See how this, yeah. Oh, that's another 4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah, I'll roll his dodge pool. Yeah, he only got 1 success on that. So you're gonna deal 3 unhalved superficial damage to him as you shove this guy and throw him against the wall, and he just smack. And then he kind of just slides down, and he's gonna take a nap. Like somebody, like one of the other like frat people, like rushes over and just being like, God, why do you always pick fights at all the parties? He says to his friend, and he was like, "Come on, let's get you out of here and let's get you home." And he looks at you and he just goes, "I'm so sorry for him." And he carries the guy off.
Lupe like takes off like their jacket they're wearing, which is like a combat style like canvas jacket. And just wearing like, thankfully it wasn't the white this time. They were wearing like a black wife beater under, and just looks around, sees everyone's reaction, see like if Sam's still there or not. Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, big question. Was anyone else paying attention to what was going on with Sam while that happened?
Yep. Me. I'm with the guy, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, maybe we're cuddling at the most, but like
on a couch or something.
Yeah. I'm not kissing. Hands get too low, I put him back up. Like, just like that kind of vibe. But I'm watching. I'm just looking like, I'm here with.
You've positioned yourself in a way that it looks like you're looking at him, but you're really looking beyond him at Sam. Yeah, you.
he gets too close. I push. So I'm just picturing all of his movement, like just,
Yeah. There is you all 3 of you. I guess the big question is, are you going to wait until Sam is led away? Okay.
That was my thought.
Yeah. You watch as this person, as this is going on, it comes over, and there's like a conversation, and then there's like kind of like a, just nod of the head, and Sam, plays into it, and does pretty well. It's 5 successes. He doesn't have that much of a pool, so I was like, yeah, it's probably he apparently needs to take up acting. And she like takes his hand and she leads him up the stairs. And I imagine at that point you all move to follow.
Can we notice at this point, does it seem like she and the other kindred were together in any way? Like, is he okay?
No, it was just another kindred who was coming for the party. Probably like to hunt in this kind of environment.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you all follow far enough behind, that you're not suspicious. And as you're getting to the top of the stairs, you watch as Sam is sort of follows this person into this room at the end of the hall. And upstairs is a little quiet. There's people only come up here for one specific reason. Well, 2 specific reasons. 1, use the bathroom. 2, sneak off into one of the bedrooms. And so yeah, they do that, and the door closes. And so yeah, you. What is your plan now?
I think it's kind of obvious now, like, because we're all converging that I have a guy, and I am just going to go to another bedroom, hopefully the one that is beside or across said bedroom that has been taken, and just kind of give y'all a nod so you understand that I'm just gonna try and ditch this guy. And once we're in the bedroom and like alone, I'm just gonna knock him out.
Yeah, give me a you do have Silence of Death. That's actually really good thing to have right now.
I do, yeah. I was gonna say.
Give me a we'll do a strength brawl. Because you just want to just knock him out.
I just want to knock him out, yeah. I'm not here to really, like, hurt him or anything like that. You said and brawl, though?
Strength and brawl.
Strength
Unless you're using, like, a weapon to knock him out.
No. I will kill him by mistake if I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just have a lot of... I'm just good at brawling. Yeah, I just want to double check, that's all. Ah! Oh, for the... oh, shit, I rolled. I should have asked if I could use ingenue with this, but...
Yeah, you are acting all innocent and stuff. So ingenue would still work for that.
Can I do that now? Like...
You can add those 2 dice, yeah.
Thank you. That's so sexy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6 successes. It's just human, so it's unhalved. Like this guy's gonna have a hell of a headache. But you knock him out, you lay him on the bed, he's gonna take a nap, and it's no longer your problem.
Yeah, just lead him in, go, thanks, buddy, bam, knock him out, like I kick him or something.
just axe kick to the side of the head.
Yeah, axe kick to the side of the head. Catch him while he falls because he probably doesn't weigh much to me. And just flop him on the bed. I take his shoes off because it's a bedroom.
Yeah.
And then I flop him on the bed and just be like, you're alive. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's breathing.
Yeah, and I leave. Give y'all a thumbs up if you're still in the hallway.
Lupe comes up last, smelling of beer, like bad beer.
Yeah,
Just-
Sam. At this point, it is. Sam has been in the room with this girl for a minute or 2 at this point.
Can we just take down? What are we doing?
Take it down quietly?
They just break the doorknob and like shove the door open, so like it's less conspicuous, I guess.
Before I ask Lupe to do that, I'm just gonna check to make sure that she actually locked it to see if this is even necessary.
Yeah, the door has been locked.
Okay.
I can also just melt the door.
I mean,
The door lock, I mean.
yeah. Well, I mean, Lupe, like, can I just like go up there and like do exactly that? Like, basically grab the doorknob and crush it.
Yeah, that would
I have
be
larceny.
Yeah, well, we'll do strength larceny.
If we all just stand around and like help Lupe blend in, is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, you can kind of like just like, yeah, everything's fine. It's not really gonna give Lupe any bonuses. Yeah, it's just a doorknob in
Yeah,
a frat house. These things are
Successes.
cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Lupe knows exactly how to take down these specific kind of doors, no problem. So yeah,
Yeah.
she like literally just like grips the handle and like crushes it, pulls it out very slowly so it's not making a loud sound, and then literally just like grabs the bolt and takes it off.
Yeah, and it is like at that moment you hear you hear cursing and then growling.
Going in.
Yeah. Yeah, as you do, like Sam is like sat in like it's just like a desk chair, and this person is like straddling him, and they were like trying to like, and he is like, his he did not have this much body hair before he entered, and you notice like he himself has like longer claws, and he's trying to hold this person back who is like trying to bear down on him. And this person looks back at all of you. You, uh, just a college student. And that is where we shall end this episode with you bearing down on this vampire who has made a bad choice.
Does she have real teeth? What's her
Not.
teeth?
She has normal teeth.
Ah!
Fascinating.
Case potentially closed.
Yep. So yeah, I will go around and I'll let everybody tell you one last time who they played, where you can find them, and all of that. We will use our same order from the beginning. Everybody go around, tell us all the things.
Hello, I am Aki, and I have been Faline, our resident Banu Hakim. You can find me all over the internet at some form of Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things. Everything goblets and gays related is a great example. And if you didn't know that, I don't know what the fuck. You better be new. On Wednesdays, most Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can find me and Alyssa on the Mandy's channel where we play D&D. And instead of being kind of like secretive gays together, we are kind of like in a weird. We're enemies to lovers. That's all I'm
Enemy
gonna
ship,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, we're enemies to lovers. We're enemies to lovers there. You can also find me over at Nameless Domain. I'm doing some stuff. I am not sure what is exactly out just yet for the projects that I'm in, so just check out Nameless Domain. And think that's it for me for now because everybody else can tell you what else I'm in.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me online at A Disaster Clear. In addition to my overlapping projects with Akino at Goblets and Gays and at Myths Lost, you can find me on An Unwavering Force, which is a Star Wars actual play using Pathfinder 2E, GM'd by our lovely Dusty, and with Aki also on the cast. Yeah, and that's me.
Hi, I'm Dusty. I've been playing Lupe, our beer-drenched angry bruja. And you can find me online at Dust E Hill. Also, Goblins and Gaze Things, I'm also there. And Wavering Force, IGM. Possibly like go check out Bring Your Own Mech as well. That's with Aquino and Aubrey. I don't know if anything's been releasing soon, but it's a good show.
Yeah.
If you like gay mechs, gays and mechs, but also gay mechs, go check it out. And axolotls. Not explaining that, but that's for me.
Hi everyone, my name is Nala or Jay. I go by both names. My pronouns are they, them. I am on Twitter at NalaWoo and at NalaDraws. Everywhere else that I have a social media, including TikTok and Instagram and Blue Sky, and I don't even know what else is going to be relevant by the time the show comes out. But I will be posting TikToks that I've made for Eirlin on TikTok when this show is coming out. And I have quite the backlog. So that's very exciting. So if you want to see me lip syncing to just some funny skits and random doodads, TikTok is the place for that. I am a full-time freelance illustrator and art director. I work in tabletop games, and I am always seeking new work. You can email me at naladraws at gmail.com if you would like to work with me on your project. Besides art, I also do sensitivity consulting and voice acting and more of this actual play stream performance. I'm also getting into doing layout design and some graphic design and stuff like that. So that's also fun. That's me. Throwing it back to our lovely GM, Aubrey.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Mad Queen or the Mad Queen Cosplay for just, formerly known as Twitter. And you Goblins and Gays, this is the channel you're watching things on. Go listen to Tyrants of the Dark Star, which should be out by this point. Or is coming out soon. Time is weird. But yeah, you can also check me out over at Queen's Court Games, where I am the technical director. If you hear music on a thing, I either scored it myself or I definitely had a hand in helping it happen. And other projects that I have over there. If you want to see a thing that Alyssa's in over there, go check out Mysteries of Ravenswood. And Jay was in that too.
That game was very gay. You should go watch that.
It was very gay. So yeah, that is that, and we'll be back with the this coterie at the same time next week for figuring out who this kindred is. So yeah, we'll see everybody then.